Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Welcome to a special edition of the NFL on ABSN. As today we are getting into NFL free agency. Yeah, buddy, it is that time. NFL teams are backing up the Brinks truck to pay these players. And we got plenty of signings already. So a lot of news to get into. Stay tuned here. This is the NFL on ABSN. I am your host, NYG Double Deuce. And we're going to get right into it. Coming right back. Y'all hit that like button.
Rising King, the Raisin Man.
Yeah. What is going on, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the NFL on ABSN. And we got breaking news right off the bat, man. We ain't gonna waste no time. Let's get into this shit, y'all. So, there it is. There it is, man. Y'all been waiting. New York Giants fans. Wan'Dale Robinson has just landed in Tennessee. Former Giants wide receiver Wan'Dale Robinson reuniting with head coach Brian Daboll in Tennessee, pairing him up with Cam Ward. I tried to tell y'all, man. Wasn't getting Wan'Dale. Wan'Dale wasn't coming back. He was going to outprice himself. You knew Brian Daboll was you know what I'm saying? He was chomping at the bit to get Wan'Dale Robinson over there in Tennessee so he can give him like 200 targets. What's good, y'all, man? I'm just coming off of work, man. Tried to tap in, got to tap in and give us a live stream because it's a lot of news going on. And we gave y'all the preview. Me and Big Pat told you that some of these dudes wasn't coming to the New York Giants. Tried to tell you, okay. Wan'Dale Robinson. I'm gonna see what he got. I don't know what he got right now. I'm still like you guys, I'm still getting in the mix, but I do know this. There was another big time signing that just took place a little while ago. And let me see it. Where is it at? Well, I'll just go ahead and tell y'all. Tyler Linderbaum. It's so much going on right now. Hard to get a grasp on that. But Tyler Linderbaum is going to the Raiders. Tyler Linderbaum is he's getting a record deal, man. I think it said hold on. It's like $27 million per year. for Tyler Linderbaum. So I know y'all wasn't trying to pay that. I know Giants fans wasn't tripping about paying Tyler Linderbaum $27 million per year. I got the I got it up here right now, y'all. There it go. There it go. Oh, what? The fuck out of here. 27 million? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Raiders. You already know the Raiders, man. The Raiders ain't got nothing but bread to spend. Nothing but bread to spend. What's good, man? I see y'all in the chat. Coach, what's popping, man? Appreciate you tapping in. Mets, what's good with you, man? Appreciate you tapping in, man. Appreciate y'all. Iman Perry, yeah, Juan Curl. He gonna get a lot of curl routes over there in Tennessee with Cam Ward and Brian Dable. I'm gonna tell you that right now, Iman. No bullshit. Gave that boy, I think, man, I just seen it. I think it was 70 million for Wandell. I think that's what it said. 4 years, 70 million. For Juan Curl Robinson. Yeah, 17.5. There you go, Iman. 17.5. My dog in the chat holding it down. Appreciate you, Brody. Yeah, Coach Linderbaum. I was telling y'all yesterday that he wasn't coming to the Giants. If y'all watched the stream here, Pat did, I was telling y'all it wasn't gonna happen. It was not gonna happen. But yeah, Linderbaum heads to the Raiders. Daniel Bellinger, another Giant. He is headed to Tennessee. That fucking Brian Dable, you know he was going to get his boys over there. God damn it. Now y'all know. Right now y'all know the guys that Brian Dable wanted. All these guys in here, the Bellingers and the Wandell Robinsons, yeah. Those is Dable's guys. Because now they're going over there to Tennessee. Them dudes ain't hesitate either. Quick, fast, in a hurry. I'm amped, bro. I'm amped. I'm loving this shit. My B-Day tomorrow. I'm having fun. Fuck that. Let's go. Cave, what's good with you, bro? A lot of shit going on. You right. A lot of shit going on. I'm going to get into all of it best I can. Big Pat can't be with me today. Unfortunately, man, brother is working. Hope he's tapped in, though. He going to give it to y'all tomorrow, though. Don't worry. We got y'all covered. What Coach said, man, all of us talk about our Giants. Who wants to be in New York and help bring it back to what we know? I'm going to tell you who want to be in New York, Coach. I'm going to tell you who in the hell wants to be in New York. So, the Giants have made some moves. Don't sleep on John Harbaugh and the New York Giants, because they are making moves. Might not be the moves that you guys want, but again, you know, we can only do what we can do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Wandell got 4 years, $78 million from Tennessee. So Met says, considering they want to play for people pleaser rather than a hard ass, I'm not shocked. Heavyweight champ. Woo! Yeah, baby. Tennessee at best will win 5 games, and that incompetent buffoon Dable gets fired. Yeah, he ain't finna do nothing over there in Tennessee. I'm with you, heavyweight champ. You know, I ain't never been sold on Brian Dable. But let him take Wandell Robinson. Let him take Daniel Bellinger, because the Giants, they went out and they got Isaiah Likely. So they went out and they got Isaiah Likely. Isaiah Likely, again, this is somebody right now that I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I I'm loving the fact that they want to go with these tight ends. You know what I'm saying? And likely is an upgrade from Daniel Bellinger. So don't get, you know what I'm saying? So Dan Duggan says it here. That's why I pulled this tweet from Dan Duggan. We can get into the likely contract and all that later if you want to. I'm gonna be on here for a couple hours, so y'all chill out. I got you. But likely, it says likely right here. And this is why the Giants prioritize him. Quick breakdown on likely signing. This is the start of reshaping the offense, going from a 5'8", 175-pound slot wide receiver to a 6'4", 245-pound tight end who primarily lined up in the slot. Yeah, boy. They got some. They got a plan. They finna cook up there. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Now, I'm gonna cut the cam off for a minute because I gotta go back and forth between tabs so I can keep up with this news. But Isaiah Likely to the Giants. The Giants also signed a punter. You know they always go on special teams. And it's the same punter from Baltimore. What is his name? Strout, I believe it is. So the Giants are getting the work here, as are plenty of other teams. Of course, Jordan Stout signing with the Giants. That is the report here. So I'm gonna be honest with you. The Giants do need to upgrade that special teams because that dang on Jamie Gillen, man. I can't. Not with Gillian, bro. Not another season. So he needed to go. They get Stout in here. Hopefully he's stout. But Wandell's out of there. Bellinger's out of there. Giants signed Jordan Stout and Isaiah Likely. Lindenbaum, a no-go. He's going to the Raiders. So that is that's pretty much what I'm gathering right now as far as the Giants side of things is concerned. But in other news, Jalen Phillips agrees to a 4-year, $120 million deal with the Carolina Panthers. So he really Jalen Watson, Chiefs cornerback, on a 3-year deal with the Rams. So the Rams get Watson and McDuffie from the Chiefs. Feeling some type of way. Of course, we well, if you guys didn't know earlier, Alec Pierce broke the news going back to the Colts, and in a subsequent move, the Colts deal Michael Pittman Jr., a receiver a lot of Giants fans wanted. They deal him to, you guessed it, the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Pittman Jr. going to the Steelers. Alec Pierce going back to the Colts. That is the news right there on the wide receiver front so far. And Zacchaeus re-signed with the Falcons. I don't think anybody was really too high on him. Of course, I told you Wandell going over there with Dabes and Cam Ward. The Raiders are signing Jalen Naylor. So the Raiders getting busy over there. Woo, woo. Cats getting paid. Getting paid. Yeah. Raiders signed Jalen Naylor on a 3-year, $35 million deal. There you go. So, how y'all feeling out there, though? How y'all feeling about some of the Giants' moves? Y'all talk to me in the chat. I'm coming back to the chat now. Says 78. Yeah, 78, bro. Iman. We know Juan Curl ain't worth that. But again, when you got Brian Dable, a psycho, a literal psycho, the man was trying to put a concussed quarterback back in the game. Jackson Dart, we remember that, right? He's a psycho. Yeah, he'll pay Wan'Dale Robinson $20 million a year to run curl routes. Yeah, coach, seriously, everyone getting that paper. I ain't mad. If I was in it, I'd be going to the bank too. Enough respect. Exactly. I'm loving it for the players. It's entertaining to me because I'm just like, wow, all these dudes, you know, Giants fans be talking about, oh, we getting this player, that player, this player, that player. Try to tell y'all, calm that noise down a little bit. But guess what? Now you can't blame this shit on Joe Shane. John Harbaugh is running it. And Donna Pont. So, are they actually aligned in their philosophy? Could be. Anyway. Yeah, Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs. Knew Kenneth Walker wasn't coming to the Giants. I told y'all, I made videos about it. Just did a debate where I smoked shakes. Y'all go watch that Saturday debate. The Giants ain't in on no running back. It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Not like that. And Algier, from the, I think he went back to the Tyler Algier. You know, the dude that was backing up Bijan Robinson in Atlanta, he went to Arizona. So that's that. Now I'm still surfing, creeping these Twitter streets. But right there you got it. Jalen Naylor on a 3-year, $35 million deal. Let me get y'all something for the New York Giants real quick here. Here you go. So the Giants releasing Jamie Gillen, which they needed to do. The Scottish Hammer. How are you going to be called the Scottish Hammer? Look at this cat, bro. This cat. The Scottish Hammer. Get the fuck out of here. Nah. Bye, Jamie. Bye, bro. Bring Stout in here, man. Somebody that could kick a football. Like, no news on Tremaine Edmonds. No, but he's cut. He's already cut, so he's a free agent. There's just no news to be reported right now, Cave. And see, the reason is because the linebacker market is loaded in free agency. So that's why the Giants are taking a cool approach, which I'm cool with. Like, because think about it. You got all these guys. You got Lloyd. You got Quincy Williams. You got Leo Chanel. You got Tremaine Edmonds. You got it's a bunch of them out there. I think Anzalone signed with the Bucks, I believe. Alex Anzalone, the dude from Detroit. So Anzalone went with the Bucks. I think he was the first domino. But it's a lot of linebackers out there, so I don't expect the Giants to be real, jumping at the bit for that position. As a matter of fact, yeah. I don't know why my things don't say, but anyway. But yeah, I did put something out there earlier on Twitter about I retweeted something from, I think Chad Forbes was saying the Giants and the approach that they're taking with Tremaine Edmonds. Now they are still linked to Tremaine Edmonds. I think that's the guy they want, but they ain't gonna overpay. You see, which I'm not understanding. Everybody getting on Joe Shane and all this GM stuff. Joe Shane and them, and I think John Harbaugh is aligned, like I said, with this philosophy is they want players, but they're not going to overpay for players. They feel like they can get adequate replacements without breaking the bank. So let me give you an example. Take Tyler Linderbaum, for example. Is Tyler Linderbaum $27 million better than John Michael Schmitz? We can agree he's better, clear and above. But is he $27 million better? And that is what the Giants got to look at. And that's how the approach they taking. Is Kenneth Walker $14 million better than Tyrone Tracy? Maybe he's 5 or 6 or 7, depending on which number you got. You see what I'm saying? So they're not gonna take that type of approach. Yeah. Joe Shane did make a mistake with Javon Holland and Adebo. So again, that's why you got John Harbaugh here. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got Don Apont here. So you're right, Iman. I'm not a Joe Shane defender. I just don't understand the extreme negativity towards him. Yeah, he's made mistakes, but it was more on the coach. And you seen this goofball just gave Wan'Dale Robinson damn near $20 million a season to go play wide receiver 1 for your young quarterback at 5'8". So you see what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit. So if you want to blame some of these players, are we going to put them at Joe Shane's feet or Brian Dable's feet? Because the good players, they want to give credit to Brian Dable for, but the bad players they saying is Joe Shane. You can't have it both ways. See what I'm saying? So, but yeah, this goofball right here, he need to go. I agree, Iman. It is both of their problems. That's why I said I'm not a Joe Shane defender. I was on the train that, get rid of both of them if you're going to restart, but they didn't. So it is what it is. But, yeah, I'm looking around and I'm gonna see what's going on here in these Twitter streets. If any of you guys, I know most of y'all probably working. That's why I did this stream for y'all. But if you aren't working and you want to pull up, I'll throw the link in the chat. Just let me know. But I'm gonna be peeping around in these Twitter streets, seeing what's going on in the meantime. But put your comments in the chat. How y'all feeling about Isaiah Likely? Look, I'm telling you, bro. I like the pairing with him and Theo Johnson. I do. And I think sometimes you don't need a wide receiver addition. Sometimes a tight end addition is just as good. You seen what the Baltimore Ravens were able to do with Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely over there. Now, Theo Johnson ain't, you know how we feel about Theo Johnson. But again, we all know he got talent, and let's see if he can actually excel in this new system that they putting together, which looks like it's gonna feature the tight ends. Ooh-wee, coach, you saying what I sent you earlier about the 4 tight end sets. So yeah, I think the Giants are really trying to accomplish that here. So, but all right. So I want to spread a little bit love here while we wait on the Giants to make some moves. The team across town is making moves, and you know, I have to deal with the Jets too because I am a New York sports content creator. So I'm gonna deal with the Jets here briefly. You know, I know it's a lot of Giants fans in the chat, Jets fans too, probably, maybe, but the Jets been cooking low key. And they signed Mika Fitzpatrick, signed Joseph Osai, Kingsley Ignagbar. I don't know how to pronounce Ignagbar, Demario Davis, and David Oyemata. So the Jets, I told you the Jets, defense. Look at Aaron Glenn's face. Y'all, they hate Aaron Glenn, bro. I tell you what, a brother can't get no type of benefit of the doubt. That dude trying to build you the next great defense, bro. Like, he got some of the players out of there. I know a lot of Jets fans, you know, was high on. I wasn't really high on Sauce Gardner, to be honest with you. Not that high. Not as high as a lot of people are. I really don't think he's that great. But the Quinnen Williams move, I did question, especially you send him to fucking Dallas, assholes. but I did question that. But it's a nice rebound. You get Mika Fitzpatrick for a 7th. Sign you a couple edge rushers, you know, linebackers. You still got the 2nd and the 16th pick in the NFL draft. And, you know, you still got the rest of free agency. But if you don't get a quarterback, my man, you're going to be cooked. Aaron Glenn, I'm just honest with you, brother. If you don't get a quarterback, you going to be cooked. And they talking about signing Tua. Now, here's the other thing, y'all. Tua Tagovailoa, released by the Dolphins. Everybody knew that was going to happen. Guess how much they got to pay this man to not play for them? Miami Dolphins, which I mean. $99 million cap hit. Oh, my God. Are you that bad, bro? They said I'd rather go get Malik Willis, because they just signed Malik Willis, and shout out to my boy Malik Willis. I told y'all. Where them fucking haters at now that was trying to clown me? Punk asses. Told y'all that dude was solid. And he got paid. You know what I'm saying? He got a nice little check. He ain't get out nothing crazy. I'm gonna get these numbers for y'all in a minute, man. But damn, I think Malik Willis got I wanna say he got like $38 million a year, somewhere in that range. But that's dope. That's what's up. Malik Willis got paid. Not only because they said he was a garbage quarterback, didn't deserve to, you know what I'm saying, be in the NFL, all this and all that. Not only did he play well, not only did he get paid, but he was the first quarterback to sign. What y'all got to say now? I'll pull up. Jets and Aaron Glenn, man. Look at that face, man. Send the blitz, Aaron. Send the blitz. Because you're going to have to do something over there in that AFC East. But the Jets are doing well. I respect their moves, what they've done so far. You got to get Breece Hall in the building. I would like for them to sign Quentin Williams. But they might be losing one of their key players. And guess who he might go to? Y'all guessed it. The New York Giants are hot and heavy in on Elijah Vera Tucker. From all the reports I've been hearing, they're like the top team that's favored to sign him. Now, that's going to be a big blow for the Jets. Huge addition for the Giants, especially if you can add some depth behind them, because I don't want you to just pencil in Elijah Vera Tucker and not have nothing behind him. So I think the thought process here, from what I'm hearing, is that the Giants they're probably going to sign 2 guards if they can and release John Runyon. I don't know how y'all feel about that. They're going to use, if they can get Illuminor back, they're going to use Marcus Bowe as a swing tackle. And then you will have a guards like Wyatt Taylor and Vera Tucker maybe at left and right guard. I don't know how y'all feel about that. A lot of people don't want them to release Runyon, but if they're going to get that $9 million, $10 million back or whatever it is, and actually upgrade at guard from a run blocking standpoint, because that's your philosophy. If you're going to be running the football, what you need a pass blocking guard for, because that's what Runyon is. He's more of a pass blocking guard. So that's how I'm thinking right now. But y'all, we got some breaking news. Hold on. Let me get y'all to let me cue it up. All right, the 49ers signing Mike Evans to a 3-year deal. So, Giants fans that had hopes of Mike Evans, I ain't gonna lie, I was one up. This one stings a little bit for your boy, but. Congratulations to Mike Evans going to the 49ers on a 3-year deal. So it ain't no 1 year, prove it, or no, I'm just going to play this last year and retire. Nah, Mike Evans said, hey, I'm still here, bro. I'm still ready to ball out for, 3-4 years. So, damn, I wish the Giants could have, because if he's committed like that, then shit, that would have been dope. But, because that was my question, like, how much longer is he going to be committed to playing? Yada, yada, yada. But 3-year deal with the 49ers. Yeah. I mean, you playing in a Shanahan system, so you're going to get targets. You're going to and that's the thing too, y'all. Y'all got to understand, if the Giants plan on being a run first team, do you really think wide receivers going to want to come here knowing they got Neighbors? And now they got Theo Johnson and Likely. They're going to get targets to those guys. So what kind of wide receiver 2 are you actually looking for? You know what I'm saying? A guy that's going to get a lot of targets, or somebody that's just going to kind of play a role for you? And I think the Giants are looking for somebody that's just going to play a role. So Mike Evans ain't coming here to play no role. He coming here to put up numbers. I'm telling you right now. So I could see why he went to San Francisco. They got questions with Brandon Ayuk. Of course, they already lost. They got rid of Debo. So it's some things going over there with their wide receiver core, but like this move for the 49ers. I hate that the Giants couldn't get them, but oh well. We'll see what they do. But yeah, 3-year deal for Mike Evans. Who do y'all want to sign as wide receiver? You know what I'm saying? Pierce is gone. Pittman's gone. Evans is gone now. Who else went off the board? Pittman, Evans, Mike, Pierce, and Wan'Dale Robinson, of course, and Zacchaeus. As far as I know right now. But I'm still pacing the streets, walking the blocks, seeing what else is breaking here, man. But y'all put your comments in the chat. Let me know who y'all want to see get signed. Who y'all want to see the Giants sign? Who y'all want to see whether it's the Giants, Jets, or any of your favorite teams. You know what I mean? Y'all let me know. NFL on ABSN. It's your boy, NYG Double Deuce. Free agency frenzy. Free agency frenzy. So, more news. The Steelers signing Jamal Dean. Another corner that was linked to the Giants. So the Steelers signing Jamal Dean to a 3-year, $36 million deal. Yeah, a lot of people had concerns about him because he had been hurt. He'd been kind of hurt in recent years, in recent seasons. So, you know, there was a lot of Giants fans, from what I've been hearing, they was kind of out on a guy like Jamal Dean. But I'm going to be honest with you. That's a nice get for the Steelers. You know, 3 years, $36 million. You got to have good corners in that division, you know, when you're dealing with, especially with the Bengals. And, you know, we'll see with the Ravens now. You know, the Ravens, I mean, they still got Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews and company, but we'll see. The Ravens are in a transition period, but I think the Ravens are actually doing pretty doggone good so far. So good for Baltimore, keeping up despite not having their leader, John Harbaugh. But Jesse Minter, a guy that I liked for the Giants if they didn't land Harbaugh. I think he's doing pretty good over there. So, but we are sticking with it. Free agency frenzy. Free agency frenzy. And the news just keeps popping. Devin Bush and the Bears have reached a 3-year, $30 million deal per Adam Schefter. Oh, Shefty. But Devin Bush and the Bears. So the Bears, they get one of the linebackers now. We're going to watch this linebacker market closely here for the New York Giants fans. We're going to watch this linebacker market closely because, again, we've been talking about Tremaine Edmonds, Leo Chanel, you know, Anzalone, Devin Bush, Devin Lloyd, Devin Singletary. I see how I did that. But for real, we monitoring this linebacker market. So one of them off the board right here. Devin Bush agrees to a 3-year, $30 million deal. So $10 million a season for Devin Bush going to the Chicago Bears. You know, we keeping our eye on the linebacker market, man. Don't get nervous, Giants fans. Don't get nervous. But again, gave you the signings for the Giants, gave you the signings for the Jets. So far, so good for both teams. I know Giants fans are a little upset, probably losing out on Lindenbaum. You know, some people wanted Wan'Dale Robinson back, Daniel Bellinger, they're all gone. And of course, Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs. So no Kenneth Walker. But got blown motor, baby. Devin Singletary's back. We'll see what the Giants do, though. It's important for them to be patient because when teams, I'm going to tell y'all something about the NFL. When teams run out and sign like immediately when free agency starts, 9 out of 10 times they overpaying because they're not giving that player an opportunity to really test the market per se. See what I'm saying? So they basically saying, oh, all right, what you get? All right, cool. We'll give you more. You see what I'm saying? So I think there is a tendency to overpay in the beginning of free agency. When you let the market kind of settle, as they say, you tend to get better deals. See what I'm saying? So don't go crazy because they're not signing a whole bunch of people immediately. You know, we know the Giants. We know how these things play out. They're usually patient. Whatever or whoever the GM is, right? We got enough years of evidence to know this is how the Giants operate. Don't matter who the GM is. You know why it don't matter who the GM is? Because you're not spending the GM's money. You're spending the owner's money. So the owner can tell you, hey, look, you get the best deal possible, dude. You wait. If you got to wait, you wait. I know what these players y'all want. We'll give you some money up front to go get X player that you absolutely got to have. But everybody else, you're going to have to wait and try to get the best deal. So they're not going to just throw out a whole bunch of money on the first day of free agency like, here. Why would they do that? Now, I'm going to hold my bread. You know, it's a couple items I like that I gotta have. I gotta have this Likely cat right here, man. We got to have him. That's a must. So maybe your first 1 or 2 things on your free agency list, you go out and you get immediately. You take care of that ASAP. But then everything else, you let that market come down a little bit. Because a guy might be telling you, hey, I want 20 from y'all. But really, he ain't going to get but 15. But you so thirsty, we'll give you $20. Yeah, get it done. Like I bet a bunch of these Giants fans would have sucked up to Tyler Linderbaum and gave him $27 million a season. Thank you, Giants, for not doing that. Tyler Linderbaum is an excellent player. But thank you for not giving him $27 million a season. Huh? When you got 2 tackles to play and pay and 2 guards, and you paying a center $27 million, get the fuck out of here. What you think Andrew Thomas and Jermaine Illuminor gonna be like? Excuse me, brother? I'm sorry. What about us? Stop that, man. We can't do that. Be smart. Be smart. But yeah, Devin Bush, Eagles extend Jordan Davis, but they use Phillips, so good for them. They may lose Carter too. We'll see. But what's good, Darnell T? I see you in the chat. Mets, Iman, appreciate y'all tapping in. appreciate y'all tapping in. I'm going to give you as much breaking news as I can in the time that I'm here. So y'all tap in if you're listening from work, if you're in the car, if you're at the crib, wherever you at, I got you. Tap in, I got Twitter on refresh. I got ESPN right here. So anything that breaks, I'm going to cover it. Mike Evans, by the way, got 3 years, $60 million. So that's the Mike Evans deal right there. Pretty much $20 million a season. Did y'all want to pay that for wide receiver 2? I don't know. I mean, technically though, you see like a guy like Mike Evans, and that's the kind of conflict here. A guy like Mike Evans, you would think is going to go somewhere and be wide receiver 1. It's Mike Evans, a Hall of Famer. So I ain't really. Now that I think about it, it might have been a hard fit with him and Malik Neighbors, because we all know Neighbors, when healthy, is going to be that dog. You want 2 of them, but how does the chemistry work? See what I'm saying? So maybe it's just best you just get kind of a true number 2 B type receiver to pair with Malik, instead of trying to go the 2 number 1 receiver route like Cincinnati and pretty much Philadelphia did. Well, we'll see with Devontae Smith though, bro, because if AJ Brown leave and you got to be wide receiver 1 off rip, I don't know, man. They are in on the linebacker market, Darnell. And I do think they're going to get one. I just don't know which one. I think they're kind of waiting, like I said, to see that market settle, because they got a lot of options at linebacker. For one thing, they want to bring McFadden back. For another thing, they already been in on the Tremaine Edmonds, because they was in on trading for Edmonds, actually. So, they already in on signing him now that he's a free agent. They've been connected to Leo Chanel, Anzalone, who I think already signed with the Bucks. And also, the Devin Lloyd, Devin Bush. So we'll see if they land somebody, but Bush is off the market, and I believe Anzalone is off the market so far today. Let me see. Let me get this. Let me get the Anzalone deal. Let's see if I can find that one. So I think he did go to the Buccaneers. Let me look it up. So they are still looking at linebacker. The corners, like I said, Jamel Dean is off the table. Let's see. That dude from the Raiders, he's off the table. I think it was one more corner got signed. I'm trying to think. But yeah. So still waiting on some of the guard news. That guard market must be pretty robust, because Lindenbaum's done. I think only the Raiders would make a deal like that. Y'all gotta understand the Raiders they're really into giving away money. Like they make some of the like wow free agent moves. Like they're always paying guys. But they don't win shit. So sorry, Raiders fans. Rafi's Raiders fan, but I'm sorry, bro. Team is ass. Tyler Lindenbaum ain't gonna change that. And they traded Max Crosby. So good luck. Coach says ETN to the Saints. ETN to the Saints. So yeah, if y'all break any news, I'll put it up there because you know I'm a one-man show today. I have Big Pat with me tomorrow. Or I'll be on his channel, whatever. But yeah, Travis Etienne to the Saints. So there's another running back. The Giants I'm telling y'all, they're not getting no running back, man. You're gonna have Scatbo, Tracy, and Bloom Motor. Oh man. I appreciate you, Mets. I appreciate you, man. Y'all can help by just typing in the chat, man, and making sure you're hitting the like button. That helps me all great, man. Chat and like. I got you on everything else. But I appreciate you, man. Appreciate all y'all for tuning in on this afternoon free agent frenzy. So we talking about the Giants, you know, talking about the Jets a little bit here. Giants ain't doing a whole lot so far, just Likely, which is a big signing. Don't underestimate this Isaiah Likely signing because he is the big fish for the Giants. Because if you want another target for Jackson Dart, his receiving ability compared to Daniel Bellinger, because that was your two tight end set last year, Theo and Bellinger. And then they bought Manhurts back for the blocking side of it. I would love to see them go get Ricard instead of, you know, I think they was going to try to make Daniel Bellinger a fullback. Somebody tweeted that. I think Patricia, a trainer or somebody. But yeah, Bears signed Devin Bush. Yeah, we got that one. Oh boy. Edwards to the Saints. Got that one. I might need to turn the camera off. Sometimes it lags. There we go. Yep, Devin Bush to the Saints. Huh? Hold up. So, yeah, okay. So that looks like it is. We got the Lindenbaum, we got Mike Evans, Jalen Naylor to the Raiders. I'm just going down the list here. Yup, David Edwards. Thank you, Mets, for putting that in there. Signed a 4 year, $61 million deal with the Saints. Jahan Dotson going to the Falcons, 2 years, $15 million. Travis Etienne, 4 years, $52 million. Man. Going to New Orleans. Of course, we gave you the Wan'Dale Robinson deal. Tyler Algier to the Falcons. Oh yeah, earlier you had the Chris Tonga to the Chiefs. Yeah. That source, I think that's going around is a troll account. If you're talking about the source on Twitter, because I haven't heard any official report. I'm only giving you official reports. I'm not giving you none of these trolls or these so-called psychics that think they can predict what the Giants going to do, because they all been fucking wrong. Because everybody and their mama told me they was going, Tyler Lindenbaum was going to the Giants, and I told you no. I told y'all no. Because the sources I listen to. But Verrett Tucker is on their radar. I haven't heard anything breaking as of right now about him signing. Let me refresh, just so I can keep y'all up to date. Nothing by Shefty. Nothing by Dan Duggan or Art Stapleton. So yeah, not yet. Not yet. They are in on him. Pause. But they no deal yet. So just stay tuned. We're gonna keep you updated. So says the Ravens aren't tendering RB Keaton Mitchell. So I guess he's somebody to to look out for the Giants running back. Keaton Mitchell, former Raven running back. So could be somebody bought in as a low-cost free agent. Yeah. Yeah, there's that Anzalone deal. I was looking for this damn thing. Let me book. 2 years, $17 million. So, there's that deal. So, yeah, the linebacker market is getting a little. I think the markets that the Giants are in, you're not seeing a lot of signings yet. That's guard and linebacker. So, and I think because those markets, they're deep. Like there's a lot of guards out there, and there's a lot of linebackers, off-ball linebackers. So I'm thinking the Giants are kind of playing the market and not overpaying a guy like Edmonds or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Again, this isn't Joe Shane. This is John Harbaugh and Donna Pont approach. At least from everything everybody told me, that Joe Shane was no longer the general manager, despite him saying he was. So, but from everything, your Giants fans, even the reporters like Jordan Renan, Patricia Traynor, Joe Shane's role has changed. Okay, well, then he ain't got nothing to do with this shit going on right now, right? Right. So, if they don't get a player you want, y'all know to point the finger at. But Anzalone, he's an all right linebacker. I'd rather Edmonds and go draft Sonny Styles. Here's what I want them to do, New York Giants fans. Go get Edmonds, Tremaine Edmonds, get Verrett Tucker, sign Illuminor. Bring in another guard. If it's Wyatt Taylor or somebody like that, That way you have depth. So you're going to run your line with, well, we'll see what they do with Runyon. But say Runyon stays, you'll have Andrew Thomas, Runyon, John Michael Smits, Elijah Vera Tucker, Jermaine Illuminor. Marcus Bowe will be your swing tackle. And then you can have a reserve guard, whether it's Taylor, Wyatt, or bringing back Van Rotten or somebody like that. Somebody that's just going to be a backup, but a solid veteran backup. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for. Don't have no draft pick. You just, oh yeah, if somebody go down, here come the rookie. Nah, you want to get your ass bust. We need some veterans that can come off the bench. Let our rookies develop. So yeah, I'm with you. That Edmonds and Styles pairing will hit like you know what in the 90s, because you ain't that type of speed at linebacker. Yeah, run the football hell. No. Yeah, you definitely need that. And Edmonds is a good coverage linebacker too. Shout out to Big Pat. Go watch his video. He had the numbers up there for you guys. But Edmonds is a good, solid coverage linebacker. And if you get Styles with him, and you got two sideline to sideline linebackers with your big boys up front getting after the quarterback. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think the Giants are in a good place. Not sweating anything right now. We're gonna see. Yeah. Edmonds need to sign Jermaine Illuminor is still negotiating with the Giants, but he's trying to drive his price up a little more. But I just get the feel from a guy like Jermaine Illuminor. He wants his money, but I think he has I think he got some loyalty to the Giants. I don't know. It just seemed like that dude just liked the Giants. I never seen a player like really come in here and be that interactive with the fans. Like Jermaine Illuminor talk to you on Twitter and everything. Like he loves the community. He loves the Giants. I think that dude loves being here. So I think he wants to be here. I just think he's trying to get a fair deal. He ain't trying to get lowballed. So, and the way to not get lowballed is to test the market. So I think that's what he's doing now. He's going to test the market, come back to the Giants with a number like, all right, so-and-so going to give me this. What y'all going to do? I suspect the Giants would match it because you got to have a right tackle. What are you going to do? Do you really trust Marcus Bowe to go out there and start for you at right tackle game 1 in 2026? I like Bowe. I actually met the dude, talked to him, but nah, bro. You're not quite there. See what I'm saying? You're not quite there. So I'm not really willing to just throw Marcus Bowe out there at right tackle. I think Jermaine Illuminor needs to be your right tackle. And then you keep continuity on your offensive line for the most part, outside of, maybe the two guard positions, which I think going to be an upgrade depending on who they get. But, yeah, Quay Walker's a good linebacker too. See, there's a ton of them out there. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they're really in, are they really stressing that linebacker position like that? I think they know they're going to get one, and they just don't want to overpay for one. I wouldn't want to either, So you got to try to save bread. And people saying the Giants don't got no cap room. Joe Shane ain't. Joe Shane is the reason why you can restructure deals to get cap money. Because before you couldn't do that with Dave Gettleman's backloaded deals. So y'all understand the cap. Y'all understand that dude ain't done that half bad of a job. But we're gonna see who they pull out this free agency list. Yeah, coach says Jermaine is also from Jersey. Yeah, went to high school a few miles from the stadium after moving here from England. Yeah, man. I think he loves it, man. I think he's found himself a home. And don't he kind of remind you, give you like a little Kareem McKenzie type vibe a little bit? I mean, just being a solid right tackle and having the ability, you know what I'm saying, to just hold that side down and really be a New York Giant. I think Jermaine Illuminor is a New York Giant. I could see him being here for the rest of his career, to be honest with you. I think he loves it here. I think he's a solid player. I think Giants fans love him. It's a mutual, you see what I'm saying? It's mutual. And you don't get that a lot with, especially with these Giants, man, bruh. It's a love-hate thing. They either love him or hate him, you know? And I think with a guy like Jermaine Illuminor, it's mutual. And you don't get that a lot, especially in New York, where the fans love you and you love being here. Because either the players hate being here or the fans hate the players being here. It's one of the two. So it's hard to get that mutual energy. You know what I'm saying? So I would hate to see him leave, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a cool dude. But, you know, if you ever interact with him, you know, you'll see he's a kind of a jokester or whatever. But I think they're gonna bring back light-skinned Jermaine and get them a couple guards. But you can't overpay. You can't give Tyler Lindenbaugh $27 million. Only the Raiders can do that. Only the Raiders. Who would just pay anybody. They don't care what it. Here, you want to check? Here. Man, poor Raiders fans. But Tyler Lindenbaum's a good center. Hope it works out for him. Hope it works out for Mendoza. And hope they can play defense. You ain't got Max Crosby no more, so. Yeah, Alec Pierce got 4 years, $116 million to remain with the Colts. That broke free agency. So Alec Pierce getting a bag to be wide receiver 2. But whatever. But yeah. That's what's going on so far. So good in free agency. Let me hit the streets and see if anything else is happening. But yeah, man. So the New York Giants, man, they still kind of waiting around for the Giants to make another move. I think Likely was the guy that they was likely gonna pay for, that they absolutely wanted to have. So I think they got their guy, and I think they have other options at guard and linebacker. So another guard comes off the market, and that is Zion Johnson. Zion Johnson going to the Chargers. He's getting a 3-year, $49.5 million deal, including $32.4 million guaranteed. So from the Chargers, he's going to the Browns. My bad. Former Chargers, Zion Johnson going to the Browns. Let me. So yeah, So Browns getting Zion Johnson, getting a guard in there. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. That more than likely means that what's the 2 guards they got? I think it's Bettino and Taylor, Wyatt Taylor. I think that might mean they're out if you're giving this guy a whole bunch of dang on money. So Giants fans, just stay tuned. You know, even Jets fans, because you know the Jets may be losing Verrett Tucker. So y'all stay tuned on this guard market. It's looking like it's starting to pick up here a little bit. We had Edwards go to the Buffalo Bills, and then we had or was it the Bills? No, the Saints. My bad. Mets put that in there. The Saints. David Edwards, former Buffalo Bill, going to the Saints, and now we have Zion Johnson, who I was a big fan of coming out of college. Now he gets paid. He's going to the the Cleveland Browns from the Chargers. Former Charger going to the Browns, getting a big deal, 3 years, $49.5 million. So, yeah, news starting to pick up. Let's see what else we got here. Trying to keep y'all updated as much as I can. Titus Howard. Okay, so this is what's going on with Cleveland. So they traded a pick to the Texans for Howard, and then they get Zion Johnson. Says they're going to pay them a combined $37.5 million per season. 2 players have 0 Pro Bowls or all pros. Raiders will pay Linden, 3-time Pro Bowler Lindenbaum, $27 million per season. Look, I don't care about your Pro Bowls or all pros, as long as you can play football. You know, so that's cat right there by Chad Forbes talking about the Pro Bowls. But that being said, looks like the Browns are going to lose those 2 guards. So keep your eye out on, like I said, Wyatt Taylor and Bettino. So, all right, let's see what else is popping out here. Y'all hit that like button, hit the share button, share this out on your social media platforms. I'm your host, NYG Double Deuce. And yeah, we're doing the free agent thing. We got some breaking news. Here we go. Let me cue it up. All right, so another domino dropped. Brian Dable's stealing all y'all favorite players, ain't he? John Franklin Myers signing with the Titans per Schultz. You had to know Tennessee was going to sign a bunch of players. They had a shit ton of cap money. So he gets 3 years, $63 million a season. John Franklin Myers signing with the Titans per Jordan Schultz. 3 years, $63 million. That was another target the Giants were looking at. You know, a lot of Giants fans wanted that stud to pair next to Dexter Lawrence. But he's going to Tennessee, man. And Tennessee is, yeah, they trying to build something over there with Rob Saleh and boneheaded Dable, you know, but they get a big piece on defense, a big piece on offense with the Wan'Dale Robinson signing. So they using that cap, Tennessee. Yeah, using that cap over there. You got the bread, go get the guys you want. I understand it. Can't be mad at it. I do believe most of the players they're paying are getting overpaid clearly. But again, the Giants wasn't going to be in the market for a $20 million. Hell, they got to redo Dexter's deal. So, nah. But the Titans, though, you got him over there with Jeffrey Simmons. I don't know. You might be sleeping on Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? You might be sleeping on Tennessee. Leaf Diggy. What's good with you, bro? How you feeling about them Packers, man? Why? Let me ask you this. Why is Green Bay trading all their defensive players to fucking Dallas? Huh? Yeah, if y'all didn't know earlier, Packers traded Rashawn Gary to the Cowboys. They already traded Kenny Clark over there. Ain't nobody scared of Rashawn Gary, but dang, bruh. Why y'all keep, what's wrong? What? Y'all in cahoots with Jerry Jones? It's weird. Making a lot of deals between y'all two. Suspect. Yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. I actually think about teaming up with you, man, doing some Nets content too, because I'm gonna get the Brooklyn Nets content fired up too back on my channel as well. So maybe we could link up and do some streams together and call some Nets games. So that'll be dope. But back to the football. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know what Green Bay doing. Defensive coordinators in Miami. Just got him a quarterback, Malik Willis, which I think is an excellent move. You know, I wish he had some of the weapons that Miami got rid of, you know, like Tyreek Hill and the tight ends, but still got Achane. You still got a good running game. We'll see what I think it's Jeff Hafley. We'll see what he does over there in Green Bay. You know, Green Bay ain't no big time free agent team, so I don't expect to see Green Bay making a lot of free agent moves. They're the type of team that drafts well, pay the guys that they draft, and then they trade them to the Cowboys. That's what. But anyway, let's see what else is going on out here, man. John Franklin Myers, so that's one guy off. Another guy off your list, Giants fans. Oh, this whole little list. I took a screenshot of it too. Big old list. My free agent wishes for the Giants. Y'all poor saps. You ain't get none of them son bitches. I try to tell y'all. Oh God. Nah. Harbaugh want to build in the trenches though, so I'm still waiting on this guard market to shape up, and we'll see what they do. John Franklin Myers was too much though, man. You couldn't expect them to pay that much for no fucking tackle next to Dex, when you got to pay Dex. That's what y'all got to understand. Just like the wide receiver thing. Eventually you're gonna have to pay Malik Neighbors. I know it's gonna be a couple years away, but you're gonna have to pay him eventually, especially if he breaks out this year. You got to pay him eventually, and then you're gonna have another big wide receiver you paying $20-something million to as well if you was to sign Mike Evans. So that's kind of the same thing here with this D tackle thing. You're already paying Dexter Lawrence. So do you want to give John Franklin Myers $20-something million a season too? When you got Thibodeau, Burns, and all these other guys, that want money that's getting paid. So you got to think about things like that. And it's the same thing with that Tyler Linderbaum thing. I was trying to tell y'all, if you're paying Andrew Thomas a contract and you want your right tackle back, how in the hell are you going to give $27 million to a center? I thought it was 20. Man, he blew that out the water. Who was his agent? Man, that's shit. Yeah, man. But New York Giants, Jets making moves too. Jets signed a couple edge rushers. Go trade for Micah Fitzpatrick. Still waiting for some of their free agents to come off the board, like Elijah Vera Tucker and Quincy Williams. So we still waiting on that. Let's go back to the streets, see if I got anything else for y'all. So, oh, there it is. Oh, we got another one. I'm loving this shit. This is fucking fun. Let's do it, y'all. Let's cue it up, baby. Boom! There it is, baby. Tremaine Edmonds. New York Giants signing Tremaine Edmonds on a 3-year, $36 million deal. Y'all been waiting for it. Y'all been waiting for it all morning. And you got your man. Tremaine Edmonds is a New York Giant. So this is from Ian Rappaport. Giants are signing standout linebacker Tremaine Edmonds to a 3-year, $36 million deal with $23 million fully guaranteed. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. That's how you make a splash in free agency. You go get you a linebacker, bro. Sideline to sideline coverage linebacker. We was already knowing they was in on Edmonds. So that's why I was telling y'all earlier, let that market settle down a little bit. That's a pretty good deal. It's a pretty good deal. 23 guaranteed, 12 a season. Yeah, man. Look. And you could still take Sonny Styles. Thank you, Darnell. You could still take Styles. The vision is coming together, y'all. It's the plan is coming together. The plan is coming together. Tremaine Edmonds. They got him now. Now if you go get Sonny Styles, look, man, the Giants have been dying for linebackers for years. Now they always go out and get a free agent. You know, we talking about back since Antonio Pierce. You had Antonio Pierce types, Michael Boley's, you know, they just had Bobby Okereke. You remember the dude from Green Bay that played a season or two, got hurt. Like, so they have these linebackers that they sign in free agency, and now they got another one. So double down on this. Yeah, let's double down on this. Now go get your draft guy. Go get your draft pick. You giving Edmonds the money. You go get the rookie. You let him learn from Edmonds. You let them be a dynamic dude. And then by the time you're ready to pay Styles, he could take over that spot. So again, I'm loving this move. You don't go out and blow the bag for guys like Mike Evans, Kenneth Walker, and Tyler Lindenbaum. You sit back quiet, you hold your chips, and you wait for the right hand. Man, they hit it right here with this one, y'all. Come on. Y'all wanted this cat, Tremaine Edmonds. So again, they making it happen. They making it happen. Okay. So, oh shit. Do we got more breaking news? Let me see. Hold on. Oh boy. Things are coming in fast and furious here. All right, what we got? Okay. So a couple things here. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. No breaking news needed here. And then I think license plate guys reporting on something. So we might have to hit the breaking news thing again. Let me see. All right, cool. So let's do this. Let's do this because there's a lot of shit coming out at one time. All right, so Brian Dable and Rob Saleh want all the New York Giants players. So they went out and got Cordell Flott. 3-year deal worth $45 million. Another ex-Giant to Tennessee. So Brian Dable is trying to build the same team that went 3-14 last year. What a douchebag. Take Flott, take all them 5'9" fucking corners and do what you do. Them 160-pound corners, them 5'9" receivers, you in the right division to play that type of football. You ain't doing that over here in the NFCs. Good luck to Cordell Flott. I always thought he was too light to play in this division. Move on. It's okay. The front seven the Giants are building, it'll be okay. Trust me. definitely not stung over this one. So Flat gets his money. He's a good corner. Don't get me wrong, but nah, bro. Let him go to Tennessee. Brian Dable won all his draft picks now, right? Oh, hold up. Whose draft picks are they now? Brian Dable signing all these fucking guys. So all these guys y'all thought was ass and bad draft picks, now they're getting big ass deals from fucking Tennessee. I tell y'all. I tell you. All right. Tennessee ain't done. These fucking dudes here are giving away a shit ton of money. Alontae Taylor, 3 years, $60 million deal. Cornerback being signed by the Tennessee Titans. Shit. So they get Flat, they get Taylor. The Tennessee Titans with a combined $105 million spent on two corners. Do y'all still think Brian Dable and them is sane? I told y'all this dude is a nutcase. And Rob Saleh. They was both from New York. Why you think they ain't here? Good fucking riddance. Sorry, Tennessee. They might be a good team for a year because that's usually how free agency works. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Tennessee might take a step up next year. But after next year, they're going to fall flat on their face, and these are going to be bad deals. All these fucking deals are going to be bad. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Prediction heard here first on Unpopular Opinion Sports and Aboriginal Sports Network. These are going to end up being bad signings for Tennessee in about 2 years. Not all of them, but most of them. Y'all just giving away bread for no reason. Because you want to piss off the Giants? Or I don't know. But anyway, we are here. So I'll throw that one up there for y'all. Cordell Flott to Tennessee with Wan'Dale Robinson, Hugh Bellinger. So there you have it. Let's see what else is going on. Tennessee Titans going crazy out here. Tennessee Titans going crazy out here. Hold on. Uh-oh. We got something else, y'all. I think we got something else. Let's see. Let's see. I don't want to give y'all no rumor reports, so I'm trying to wait for the actual shit to break, because a lot of these Twitter trolls will just throw shit out there for no reason. So I'm gonna give you guys real. So the Seahawks are resigning Josh Joby. Looks like to a 3-year, $24 million deal. So let's give y'all this little update here from Ari. So NFL deals in the last 30 minutes. Of course, we talked about the Giants getting Tremaine Edmonds. Titans get Alontae Taylor. Titans get John Franklin Myers. Titans get Cordell Flott. Chargers get tight end Charlie Kohler. The Bengals signing safety Brian Cook. Seahawks re-signing Josh Joby, and Broncos re-signing J.K. Dobbins. So a lot of people, thought J.K. Dobbins was gonna be was gonna be in on the Giants. So, so right now, all I got for you is the Tremaine Edmonds deal. There are some rumors out there, but we are done with rumors. This is actual free agency. So I ain't going to give you no goddamn rumors. I'm going to give you what the signings are. So until something becomes official, I'll drop it on you. But yeah, they talking about some players. We'll see if they sign. But right now, it says Cordell Flott was set to return to the Giants. It was as done of a deal as you can get without pen to paper. As the last second attempt to get him to change his mind, the Titans put forth an entire plan for how Rob Saleh planned to use him, what they believe he could accomplish in his defense. That was the difference. Flott doesn't return to the Giants. He instead heads to Nashville with teammates Wan'Dale Robinson and Daniel Bellinger. So that's from Connor Hughes there. So that is yeah. So I don't know, Mosley. I don't know how you can get busy with the same players that they could get busy with on the Giants. I don't know, bro. Like, Tennessee roster ain't good. Unless you think Brian Daboll all of a sudden going to snap into... Well, he ain't the head coach, so that might give them an advantage. I keep forgetting about that. Him not being the head coach is probably an advantage. But Rob Saleh ain't no good head coach either, so I think they're fucked. I think they're giving a bunch of deals away that's going to look like shitty deals in a year. And I think this is like a 1-year boost that'll get them probably in playoff contention, around that 7-8 win, 9 win mark. Everybody will get, it's the same thing that happened to the Giants in year 1. Everybody will get gassed up thinking they about to do something. Guess what? Because I don't believe in their coaching staff. That's where I'm at with that. If y'all could change my mind about Rob Saleh or Brian Daboll being good coaches, please do so. So I don't care who they get. They ain't finna do shit. And you in the division with the Colts, Titans, and Jaguars ain't going nowhere. I mean, Titans and Texans ain't going nowhere, And 2 of those teams made the playoffs. And the third team, the Colts should have made the playoffs had not Daniel Jones get hurt. So, yeah, they might cook, but I doubt it. All right, let's see if anything else is shaking. Yeah, this is pretty dope. I really want to stay on here because I feel like the Giants are going to break something here soon. So I want to give you as much Giants and Jets breaking news as I can. Okay, so still talking about the Flott. Marcus Mariota going back to the Commanders. If anybody cares about that, it's going back to be their backup quarterback. So that just came out. What else we got? Yeah. All right, so Edmonds is 28. I thought he was a little bit younger than that, but that's still pretty young. I thought he was like 25, 26, but maybe not. He's 28. So they give him a 3-year deal. So that's pretty good. That's a good signing by the Giants. Yeah. Yeah. It's what's funny to me though? When I look at some of this Twitter stuff and I think about it and I'm like, y'all say a lot of this stuff, but about Flott and Wan'Dale Robinson, like, oh my God, how much money they got. But a lot of y'all really wanted them to sign those dudes. No matter what. All we need to do is sign Flott and Wan'Dale. We'll be all right. Like, y'all are so hypocritical. Y'all get mad at this dude because he wouldn't have signed him, but they don't sign him. Then it's a good move. Look, the Giants shouldn't be overpaying for nobody right now. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a rookie quarterback on a rookie deal. And you still got a lot of holes. So again, you can get another Jackson Dawes was a rookie last year. You got another 4 years of your quarterback playing on a rookie deal. So you don't got to go all in this first year of the new regime. That's where a lot of these teams make their mistakes, like they doing in Tennessee. Pay attention. They're doing the exact opposite in Tennessee. So let's see which one of these teams pop off first. Because Giants and Tennessee are in the same type spot. They both, Tennessee picking 4, Giants picking 5. They both drafted quarterbacks last year. Tennessee got the former Jets and Giants head coach over there. And then the Giants got a new regime. So let's see who makes the better moves for their young quarterback and how to build their team. Everybody clapping it up for Tennessee right now because they're taking all the Giants players. And while the Giants are, just sitting back making calculated moves. We're not going to overspend for Lindenbaum, Kenneth Walker, and all them. Nah, we're going to get Tremaine Edmonds on a good deal. Linebacker needed. We're going to get our tight end on a good deal so we can give our rookie a big target for the red zone. 2 of them now. You got Theo Johnson out there as well. So make those type calculated moves and don't go berserk. The Titans are going berserk right now. That usually sets you up for failure in the long run. Usually. I don't make no guarantees because you don't know. Lions signed veteran O-lineman Larry Aburam. So Lions adding to their already good offensive line. Rich get richer. All right. But yeah. But y'all let me know. What free agent moves are you looking for the Giants to do? Yeah, I hear you, Mosley. I appreciate you too, bro. Thanks for your support. I appreciate all you guys' support on my channel and on the Aboriginal Sports Network. Like I said, I'm going to be giving you guys a lot more content here on Unpopular Opinion Sports and the ABSN. So we double streaming today because it's free agency, baby. You know how we do it. Yeah, Titans Super Bowl confirmed. Yeah. Yeah. The off-season champions. Man, crown them. You want to crown them? Crown them. That old Denny Green clip, man. I love that shit. You want to crown their ass? Crown them. Oh, man. Yeah, you got to love the off-season champs, though. Definitely, yeah, you know, they won the free agent, won the off season, and then get blasted in the regular season. So, yeah. Browns DE Cameron Thomas. I thought it said Cam Thomas for a minute. I said, damn, when Cam Thomas start playing football? But Cameron Thomas, the Browns defensive end, has signed a 1-year deal with the Falcons. So Falcons getting some edge help there. So not a lot else going on. We still keeping you up to date by the minute. But yeah, big deals being handed out in Tennessee. The Giants get their middle linebacker and they get their number 1 tight end. So I think, yeah. There's some corner rumors out there floating. But again, I'm not hearing nothing. I'm not hearing nothing solid. So we'll wait on that. But Giants could be signing a corner and a guard here pretty soon. We'll see. So, but yeah. So let me get back to the chat, man. So how are y'all feeling about some of the news so far? Do you think the Giants are blowing it? Oh my God, why they let Flott go? Why they let Wan'Dale Robinson go? Why they let Daniel Bellinger go? You know, Joe Shane's an idiot. Is that how y'all feeling? Or do you think it was smart for the Giants not to overpay for those players and to allocate that money into what they did pay for, which is an all-pro punter, because that Jamie Gillian was awful. We all know that. He's been released, thank God. You know, I'm sick of seeing 30-yard punts and shit. That's ridiculous. Also, Tremaine Edmonds, right? So we wanted the middle linebacker after getting rid of Bobby Okereke. So it's definitely an upgrade from Bobby Okereke. You know, 27, 28 years old. So definitely upgrade there. And, you know, the Giants did not pay Cordell Flott, did not pay Wan'Dale Robinson, and did not pay Daniel Bellinger. So all those dudes went to Tennessee to get paid. So how y'all feeling? RJ Dave says upgrade the guards and bring back Jermaine for probably the same price as what Linderbaum is going to get. That's what I'm talking about. Now y'all thinking. That money Linderbaum got, yeah, you're going to be able to get a guard and probably pay Jermaine Illuminor. Yeah. 27 million is a lot, especially if you got Jermaine Illuminor asking for 15. Say he want 15 a year, and then you pay the guard 10. That's the Lindenbaugh money right there. Excellent comment, RJ. Mosley says, did we sign Jermaine yet? No, still waiting on light-skinned Jermaine. I do believe he'll be back. I just think it's, you know what it calls semantics or whatever. You know, they just pondering or whatever, trying to iron out a deal. But yeah, so yeah, we do need the O-line help. I think we'll get it. I think they're being patient. Like I said, I'm gonna hang out with you guys here for a little bit longer to see if anything drops. Let's see. So, yeah, nothing else yet. So, oh shit. Yeah. Titans paid a bunch of money out to these guys. It really ain't worth it. I think that's my personal opinion. So, like I said, I wouldn't be worried about what the Tennessee Titans is doing. But yeah, the Giants did get Tremaine Edmonds. There's some highlights from Bobby Skinner there. Shout out to Bobby on Twitter. So, Giants' new linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. But yeah, man, I'm trying to tell y'all though, I'm glad the Giants ain't going crazy with the bread. And having some wild, crazy deals. You know, as you see Tremaine Edmonds there, you know, and this dude's got 14 career interceptions in his so he does make plays. You know what I'm saying? Here's a pick 6. So yeah. So you got a linebacker. Oh shit. So yeah. Still Quay Walker, Reek Woolen, Rasheed Walker, Devin Lloyd, Kyler Murray, Romeo Dobbs. There's still a lot of players on the board. There's still a lot of guards on the board. So, you know, y'all just you keep your eyes out. You know, keep your eyes. We want to keep our eyes and our ears open to see if anything pops off. So let's see. Let's take a look here. But I'm thinking that if the Giants do, so say the Giants go. Let me change my music up here a little bit. So say the Giants go, they get Tremaine Edmonds, right? You got Tremaine Edmonds, and you got Tremaine Edmonds, and and say you go get Sonny Styles. Say the Giants go get Sonny Styles in the draft. Do you think, just with those two additions, all right, right now that's all we got to go on till we get some more news. Do you think with Edmonds, and if they get Sonny Styles, and then, if you're keeping Kayvon Thibodeau, you got Burns, you got Carter, you got Dexter Lawrence. Do you think with just that, the Giants have you see what I'm saying? Do you think that will put the Giants into like a top 10 type of defense? Just with that linebacker additions, pretty much is what we're saying. Because we don't, you see what I'm saying? They lost Flott, so I don't really think they're gonna make no splash at corner. I think the only corner out there is big name corner is Rick Woolen. So Big Pat was get big on Rick Woolen, but a lot of people aren't. I'm kind of in the, I'm in between, sort of. I really have no shake on it one way or the other. I just think the Giants do need to get a corner. Now you really got to get a corner. So I wish Paulson Adebo wasn't on this team, but he's still here. So you tighten up that front seven, the back end, I think it'll be okay. Just, even with the guys we got. That's why I'm asking y'all. You think with these moves, you know what I'm saying, the Giants can put together, one of the better defenses in the NFL? I think so. I ain't gonna lie. I just think just this. Now remember, if they get Sonny Styles with Edmonds, that's how I'm, kind of putting them together. I'm kind of trying to read the tea leaves here a little bit. I think they may bring McFadden back on a 1-year deal, or he might go to Tennessee like all the rest of the ex-Giants. So who knows? But it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Pat, what's good, man? Probably getting a guard today as well. Yeah, they're watching the guard market. I think they're closely watching it because 2 guards already got signed. You had David Edwards. He went to the Saints. And Zion Johnson went to the Browns. Yeah. So the Browns. Yeah, Dable, I told you, man. All them deals are gonna look like bad deals in about 2 to 3 years. I'm trying to tell you, bro. These signings are crazy. You getting Wan'Dale Robinson damn near $20 million a year? You fly, man. Yeah, that's what I said. Wyatt Taylor is probably on their radar because it looks like the Browns are moving on from both him and the other guard. So because they got Zion Johnson and somebody else they signed. They traded for Edwards, I think. So yeah, Titans. I think even with these moves, are they better than the Texans? No. Are they better than the Jaguars? No. Are they better than the Colts? I don't think so. So you're still 4th. Yeah. Yeah, 20 million. Yeah, anybody paying a 5'8" wide receiver, and you paying him to go over there and be wide receiver 1 for Cam Ward. Man, gosh, man, I feel so bad for Cam Ward. He is in a toxic relationship right now. Free Cam. Someone say free Cam. Oh shit. Yeah, Fly went to Tennessee. Iman. Fly went to Tennessee on a 3-year, $45 million a year deal. I'll pull it back up for y'all. Here's Fly's deal. Yeah. Yep, Mike Evans got $20 million a year too. See, the Giants ain't into paying nobody $20 million a year. I think that's why their Jermaine Luminor contract is being held up. They not trying to give out that type of bread. Because how do you give out that type of bread when you know down the line you're going to have to pay some of the guys you got on the roster now? You already talking about extending Burns, extending Dex, extending Andrew Thomas. Okay, eventually Malik Neighbors is going to come up for a deal. Eventually Abdul Carter is going to come up for a deal. Eventually you're going to want to pay Jackson Dart and Cam Scatbo, even though they're young. You got to think ahead of time. So you give these guys a bunch of money, then in year 3, okay, now Jackson Dart won his money. Or Malik Neighbors won his money. Or Abdul Carter won his money because they've been balling out for you. And then you like, oh, okay, good. Now you got a contract dispute. Because you gave all the bread to fucking Tyler Linderbaum. Nah, they doing the right thing. Absolutely, bro. You already know. They doing the right thing. They got smart people in the building. Joe Shane been doing this from the jump. But y'all hate that mug. Now y'all gonna give all the credit to Harbaugh. He been operating like this. Why you think some of the guys y'all love ain't here? Same situation here. But now y'all clapping. Yay! Bye, Fly. But when Saquon Barkley and same situation. But now the deals that they not willing to give out, y'all applauding them because they not overpaying some of these guys. They're not going to pay players. It's not in their philosophy. Now, you can give Harbaugh all the credit. Don't care. It ain't no sweat off my back. I'm not getting paid by these suckers. But I'm just saying, have a little more discernment with it. You see what I mean? Because you can't just point the finger at one man. I know y'all want to. You want a villain. You want somebody to throw darts up to at you on your board right there. This motherfucker. He's the problem. But y'all throwing the darts at the wrong person. I've been telling y'all that. This was an organizational problem, which is why they're redoing the organizational structure. They're not redoing Joe Shane because he's just a bad GM. If he's a bad GM, they would have fired him, right? John Harbaugh came in, went to the owner, said, I'm reporting to you. So if he didn't like this dude or thought he was ass, he would have fired him. He would have fired him. It's like they fired Kevin Abrams. He would have fired him. So again, their philosophies actually sync up, whether y'all want to believe it or not. That's why they're not overpaying for players. Because if John Harbaugh was so different, he would have went and overpaid for his guy, Tyler Linderbaum. So y'all tell me what's going on. I mean, you say he'll be fired, but you don't know that, Iman. I'm going to tell you what owners like. They don't care about what the fans think about their GM. They care about whether their GM is saving them money. So as long as that dude is saving the Maras money, he ain't going no fucking where. Don't matter how y'all feel about him. Sorry. That's what it is. And that's why they brought Harbaugh in here to try to let the dude do his job. So y'all leave him the fuck alone, but y'all still on his back. So the poor man can't do his job because everything he does is wrong. He picked Jackson Dart. It was Dable. But then these guys right here, right? These Flotts and Wan'Dale Robinsons, those got to be Dable's guys too. That's getting overpaid by Tennessee that John Harbaugh didn't want. So which one is it? Is it Schoen's guys or Dable's guys? See what I'm saying? Make it make sense, man. I'm just saying, make it make sense. Joe Schoen is not going to stop you from winning games, Iman. That's crazy work, bro. How is him being here going to stop the Giants from not going nowhere? They did go to the playoffs. Did you forget that? With a shitty team. So now you're actually bringing in a coach, which we've been telling you, the coach has been the problem. It's not been the general manager. It has been coaching. It has been coaching. Now I'm just itching to see what fucking Brian shitball Dable does over there in Tennessee so we can finally put this shit to rest about how great of a coach Brian Dable was, and Joe Schoen was holding him back and didn't give him his guys. Now he got all his guys in Tennessee. You gotta fucking worry about that shit no more. See what I'm saying? So you got all the guys in Tennessee over there now. So let's see him cook. I want him to cook with Wan'Dale Robinson and 160-pound Cordell Flott. I want him to cook over there when you going up against Jacksonville and their wide receiver core and Nico Collins and the Texans and all them boys over there. And now Alec Pearson got paid. So I want to see go ahead, Cordell Flott. You thought A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith was something on your ass. I ain't finna do shit, bro. And Joe Schoen is just a pawn, bro. He's taking orders from the owner. Same as John Harbaugh, taking orders from the owner. They not about to go overpay for nobody. That's their philosophy. It's the Mara's money. Right now it is. They sell, which is another topic. But it's the Mara's money. So, of course, if they tell you don't overpay and spend in free agency, you're not going to do it. How does this always come back to the GM? So what if if the players go out there and actually perform, it was Brian Dable that picked them. But if they fail, it was Joe Schoen messed it up. So now if they draft somebody this year, now from here on out, it's got to be John Harbaugh's players, right? It can't be both. You see what I'm saying? So when a bad player comes through, you can't say it's Schoen's fault. You have to say, okay, this is John Harbaugh now. John Harbaugh didn't want Cordell Flott. John Harbaugh didn't want to pay for Wan'Dale fucking Robinson. John Harbaugh didn't want to pay for Tyler Lindenbaum. We're not doing this Joe Schoen shit no more, y'all. Y'all gotta mature. It's John Harbaugh's team now. So all these moves are on John Harbaugh. And I fully support it. Just like I supported what Joe Schoen was doing. I fully support this philosophy. But you can't have it both ways. You see what I'm saying? And Gettleman's guys are gone. We can't talk about Gettleman. Only Gettleman guys you could talk about is Andrew Thomas and Dexter Lawrence. That's it. Everybody else is off the team. So this is Joe Schoen and, now John Harbaugh's team. So moving forward, because Joe Schoen's guys are starting to move on now to Brian Dable's. Because those are the guys he picked, according to all the Giants fans. It wasn't Brian Dable. It was Joe Schoen running the draft. It was Brian Dable. So we're going to blame Evan Neal on Brian Dable too, right? Right, exactly. So, okay. Why Evan Neal ain't going over there? Or maybe he will. That'd be funny as hell. Yes, do it. Send them all over there. I want them all to go over there. I can't fucking wait to troll. Poor Tennessee. All right, let's see if we got any more breaking news since I've been running my yapper. Let's see what else we got coming up here. Case Keenum. Your boy Case Keenum still out there slinging the rock. He signs a 2-year, $5.5 million deal with the Chicago Bears to back up your boy Caleb. Boy Mafe headed to the Bengals on a 3-year, $60 million deal. Boy Mafe to the Bengals on a 3-year, $60 million deal. So good for him. The Bengals need some pass rush help. Good Lord, they do. So, oh boy. All right, I'm gonna throw something out here for y'all. This is for the Jets and the Giants. So, this is a rumor because we don't got no breaking news as of right now. I'll give you the breaking news when it pops up. So, this is a rumor. So, this is something we could talk about here. Let's see, where is it at? All right. So, all right. Sources say the Jaguars are entertaining offers for Brian Thomas Jr. Why would they do that? Fuck if I know. But anyway, listen up. This is very fucking important because if this happens, I might jump out of my fucking seat. Both the Jets and the Giants explored Thomas at the trade deadline last year. So the Giants and the Jets apparently was trying to trade for Brian Thomas Jr. What happened in Jacksonville? I don't know. Maybe because they got what's my nigga's name? Travis Hunter. That might be it. All right. Jets and Giants both explored Thomas at the trade deadline last year, but Jacksonville wasn't willing to do any deal. That stance has changed. Yo, Pat, if you still in the chat, didn't I tell you the Giants was going to try to trade for a wide receiver? That was going to be their approach to try to get wide receiver 2 for Malik Neighbors? They already tried to trade for, told you guys earlier. They was trying to trade for Michael Pittman Jr., but the Steelers beat them to it. This would be fucking amazing. You pretty much pairing him back up with Malik Neighbors. What? So that stance has changed. They are trying to get rid of Brian Thomas Jr. That's fucking insane. If you put him on the Giants with Malik Neighbors, yeah. Oh. Yo, if this deal get done while I'm live, man, I hope it fucking does, bro. I might have to go live again. Yo, because that would be fucking insane. I said Thomas had a down 2025, only 48 catches for 707 yards and 2 touchdowns. But his tremendous rookie year, 87 grabs for 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns. See, only 1 year removed from that. And he had damn near 1,000 last year in a down year. 700? That's like a regular year from Slayton. Yeah. Go do that. Go get Brian Thomas Jr. if you the Giants. Now the Jets, look, I ain't gonna lie. I don't like the fit for y'all. And it ain't because, I'm leaning Giants on this one. I'm trying to be fair with both teams. Y'all don't got no quarterback, man. Giants got Jackson Dart. Hell, and Jameis Winston. Y'all ain't got anybody. So, yeah. Think he'll have more success with the Giants right now. But him and Garrett Wilson would be a dynamic dude if you could get a quarterback. But if you the Giants, you can pull this off somehow. Like RJ said, him and Neighbors would be huge. Pause. Yeah. That would be a hell of a pairing. A hell of a pairing. Because I think Brian Thomas is one of the I think he's one of the like a taller type receiver. Let's see how tall is Brian Thomas Jr. So I think he gives you that kind of that bigger threat. You know what I mean? Yeah, he is 6'2". So he's not that much taller than Malik Neighbors. But he plays tall. You know what I mean? Some of these guys play taller than they are. Yeah, man, this would be dope. This would be a steal if the Giants were to pull this one off, man. An absolute banger. So we shall see. Man, yeah. Says Jordan Renan says still expecting the Giants to add offensive line before the day is out. Understanding is that both Jermaine Illuminor and Elijah Vera Tucker remain possibilities. So you should see. It looks like that's the play here for the Giants on the offensive line. It looks like they're trying to secure something with Jermaine Illuminor, and they're trying to get Elijah Vera Tucker in the building, who, when healthy, is a stud. So, he's been hurt with the Jets, but to get him your line gonna be better as long as he's healthy. I would like to see them add somebody else too, like a Wyatt Taylor or a Van Rotten. That's kind of a good, solid backup in place or whatever. I think Van Rotten will come here on a 1-year deal to be a backup. What y'all think about that? If they go get Wyatt Taylor and Elijah Vera Tucker, and say they decide to move on from Runyon, or say they don't move on from Runyon. Say they just get Vera Tucker, and then they bring back Van Rotten as a swing guard. Would y'all like that? Giants fans, would you like for the Giants to sign Elijah Vera Tucker and then bring back, well, they already got Runyon. So, the talk earlier was they was planning on releasing Runyon and going and getting 2 guards. So that's quiet down a little bit. So what if they just go get Vera Tucker and sign Illuminor and bring back Van Rotten? And then you would have Van Rotten and Marcus Bowl as your backup lineman. So Marcus Bowl would be the backup tackle. Vera Tucker would be the backup guard. All right. Breaking news in the chat from my boy Metz says Odafe Owe gets 4 years, 100. Washington. Oh, Washington. Yeah, buddy. Jalen Thompson, 3 years, $36 million. Clean my computer. Got too much stuff on there. Jalen Thompson, though, 3 years, $36 million on a Cowboy contract. All right. So things are picking up in the NFC East. Definitely, man. They get Brian Thomas Jr. Oh, boy. You gonna see some shit. So the Bengals signing Boy Mafe. Yep. Odafe Owe, I see that. Reaches a 4-year, $100 million deal with the Commanders. Okay. Still waiting on that Giants O-line news to drop because they are going to need it now. Boy, the NFC East and the NFC East and these defenses are getting crazy. So the Giants better get that lie right. I'll try to tell you. Patriots signed old tackle Verdarian Lowe to a 2-year deal. Yeah, it looks like they are trying to trade Brian Thomas Jr. That is crazy. The fuck are they doing in Jacksonville? Oh, well, one man's lost, another man's gained. Send him to New York. Cowboys, yep, here it is. 3-year deal with Jalen Thompson. They needed that help in their secondary. So Cowboys are building up their defense. Commanders are building up their defense. So the Giants have to get busy on the O-line. Breaking records out here. Yeah. All right. So, comp picks are coming out. Giants ain't getting no comp pick. Looks like the Jets are getting 2 comp picks. So, New York Jets getting some compensation. Here go the comp picks list for y'all. See the Giants ain't on there. So but yeah. So where we at, y'all? Yup, 2 years, $12 million. Seen that one, Mets. So I'm gonna give it here at about 5 o'clock. Then I'm gonna shut it down. Don't nothing pop. We may have to come back later. Maybe me and Pat will come back later with a live or tomorrow or something to clean up the news. But I'm gonna hang out here for another 30 minutes or so to see if we can get that O-line shoe to drop. Of course, the Giants waiting on Jermaine Illuminor and Elijah Vera Tucker to make their decisions. They are interested in both players. So we'll see if they make a move there. See what else we got going on. Well. Yep. No comp picks for the Giants. Ravens got 4 comp picks. There's the Odafe always signing for the Commanders, so they make a big splash in free agency. Okay. So, news slowing down here a tad bit. Still waiting. Like I said, still waiting on that New York Giants news to hit. It'll probably hit soon as I end the live. That's usually how that shit work. But yeah, so I don't know. What do y'all think it would cost to get Brian Thomas Jr.? Because that is what's being floated out there now. From the NFL rumor mill. So, what is good compensation for Brian Thomas Jr.? You know, what are y'all thinking? Because some of the shit I'm hearing out here is crazy. But what are y'all thoughts? You know, because people saying give up Thibodeau. People saying give up a draft pick and Thibodeau. People saying give up a draft pick. How high is the draft pick? What do you give up? What do you give up? You know, he had a down year. He had a down year last year. They clearly want to move on from him. So I'm not giving no high pick. And I ain't giving up my top edge rusher either, or one of my top edge rushers. So I don't know about what kind of deal you gonna make for Brian Thomas Jr. You know, I don't know. What does that deal look like? You see what I'm saying? So you gotta well, you don't have to pay him. He said 19.5. Yeah, this Wandell guy, right? Get that money to BT, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But nah, on the real though, I'm thinking like he was a first round pick, but you getting him in his third year, going into his third season. He got numbers, but he's not a wide receiver one. What's the compensation look like? Is a Giants don't got a third. You see what I'm saying? That could hurt them. They don't have a third. Is a fourth going to do it? Probably not. So what that deal look like? I see what I'm saying. What that deal look like? Because you gotta make it make sense. I don't think you're gonna trade your second round pick for Brian Thomas Jr. I ain't doing that. I ain't in that camp. But what does the deal look like? Do you really want to give up Kayvon Thibodeau and a pick for Brian Thomas? Is it worth all that? Or can you just get by with the pick? But how high of a pick do you got to come off of? See what I'm saying? And you're going to have competition. If they're shopping him now, you're going to have competition. You know what I'm saying? It said the Jets and the Giants was trying to trade for him last year. Why the Giants would be trying to trade for him last year? Kind of head scratching. And the Jets. What was y'all thinking? But they said no. So now they want to trade him. So what's that deal look like? You see what I'm saying? What kind of see what I mean? I don't know. I can't give up no second round pick. And I'm not entertaining. I don't want to entertain giving up Kayvon Thibodeau if I can not do that. But that might be the offer. That could be it. It could be like a Kayvon Thibodeau and a pick for Brian Thomas Jr. Y'all want to do that? Is it worth that? I don't know. See if anything else is breaking. Of course, you know, Travis Etienne got 4 years, $52 million with the Saints. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Yep. Jalen Phillips, the 4-year, $120 million deal for the Panthers. I'm glad they get him up out the division. Anybody that Philadelphia and Dallas loses is a win for the Giants. So good for them. That's a troll account. I think that's a troll account. So yeah, we're still waiting, Giants fans. Yeah, so a lot of people want to do this Kayvon Thibodeau for so there's another lineman on the market. This are releasing two-time Pro Bowl center Elton Jenkins. Elton Jenkins, two-time Pro Bowl center from the Packers, is on the market now. So Giants still got a chance to upgrade that center position if they want to, man. Here's one out here. Elton Jenkins, Packers, says he's expected to have a strong market. So we shall see if the New York Giants are in on this center, who should not cost $27 million a year, like Tyler Linderbaum just got. So we'll see. That is crazy work, bro. Crazy. And these dang linemen and people, man, they starting to be getting quarterback money. You know what I'm saying? I'll be getting quarterback money here soon. All right. So not a lot. Starting to slow down here a little bit. Let me make sure that's the right Adam Schefter. Maybe having some fake ass accounts on Twitter, but I tell you, yeah, that's the right one. All right, we got another move to report on. Let's go ahead and do it. Not Giants related, but this is the free agent. This is the free agency frenzy. So let's go ahead and crack it up. All right. Former Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa plans to sign on a 1-year deal with the Atlanta Falcons. The move will now give the Falcons 2 left-handed quarterbacks, Tagovailoa and Michael Penix Jr., heading into the 2026 season. Boy, oh boy. Yeah. I mean, what you do here? You know what I'm saying? You got 2 lefties. You know what I mean? So, got Tua. You got Penix Jr. Left, right. Let me see. Nah, they got two in Atlanta. Signs a 1-year deal. Of course, he just got released from the Miami Dolphins on a $99 million dead cap hit, which is a record. Now he gets the bag from Miami and he gets to go play in Atlanta down there in the Dome with Kyle Pitts and Drake London and all them boys down there. So good for Tua. I don't like it for Atlanta at all. Like, what are y'all doing? You release Kirk Cousins. Michael Penix Jr. is on a coming back from an injury. And then you go and sign Tua? Like, that's going to help you? And, like, is he going to be the starter? How is it supposed to work? Is it going to be a competition? How is this supposed to work? You drafted Michael Penix, ninth overall. And you bringing this guy in. And he has been ass. To put it nicely. So, I don't know what you're getting out of this, Atlanta. I don't know what you're getting out of this. So, yeah, Tua to Atlanta. The Dolphins will pay $39 million of his guaranteed. Well, they owe him $39 million guaranteed, and just in 2026, they owe him some more money in 27. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh man, I hate this for the Falcons. I don't know, man. Any Falcons fans out there? How y'all feeling about this move, man? Tua in the ATL. Oh boy. But he I don't know, man. You couldn't do nothing with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, A-Train, and Mostert, and fucking the tight end they had, like shit. Who they had Waller last year, and then the year before that they had a good tight end. So you couldn't do nothing with that. This dude is cooked. He's about as cooked as they come. I'm trying to tell you, I'm not a fan of Tua, and I just don't like that pairing with him and Michael Penix Jr. in Atlanta. I think Tua should have retired, to be honest with you. Too many concussions. But I don't know. So Tua is off the board. So Malik Willis goes to the Dolphins. And so you're still looking at Kyler Murray, Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, and all these other guys from the quarterback standpoint. Another edge rusher just got signed. The Raiders are on fucking fire. Signing Kwity Paye to a 3-year, $48 million contract. So the Raiders get Kwity Paye from the Colts. 77.5 run defense grade since 2022, 16th among edge rushers. So pretty good at stopping the run. I guess the Raiders are trying to patch together their edge group since, moving on from Max Crosby. So, Raiders ain't doing too bad. You know what I'm saying? They're doing all right this free agency so far. So far, so good. So you get them on a 3-year, $48 million contract. They signed Lindenbaum, and they bought back their corner. So they doing some things over there in Vegas. So I'm going to keep y'all up to date. See what we got here. Tua to Atlanta. Brian Thomas Jr. on the market for trade. Kwity Paye going to the Raiders. And, of course, Tua in Atlanta. So, that is it so far. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to play a little commercial for y'all. So I could take me a little break. Hopefully when I come back, the news will hit, or we'll have something. But I'm gonna give y'all about 15 more minutes on here, We're going to end it at around 3 hours. And like I said, I'll either come back tonight if don't nothing pop. Because I might do a late night stream. Or I know Big Pat was planning to do a live stream tomorrow for free agency. So he'll be on and I'll probably be on with him later on after I get off work tomorrow. So we definitely got y'all covered for everything free agent wise, for the Jets, the Giants, and the NFL, the entire NFL. Of course, we focus on the Giants, the Jets here, but this is for the entire NFL free agency frenzy right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network. Please hit that like button for the Aboriginal Sports Network. Please hit that like button for Unpopular Opinion Sports. A lot of dope content coming your way. So y'all stay tuned, man. I'm going to hit this commercial and be right back.
Yo, if I'm hawking you like a bird, it ain't cause I respect you, God. It's because I'm trying to find the perfect place for me to shit on. Niggas hear about me and discreetly set up a date to meet me to see if they can defeat me. So I ain't ready to let no motherfucker eat me. That's why you find little pieces of MCs in my feces weekly. You can't beat me, you can't control or delete me. Nigga, you can't even shine on a song that features me. Slippery saliva keeps my delivery tighter, enabling me to outmaneuver Russian MiG fighters, launching missiles to whack rap artists like they was targets for coming abroad and market with that garbage. From downtown Newark to South Orange, niggas is paying homage. I batter you for anything you own worth pawning. Rap and snap at your ass crack like bear trap, contaminate your air sacs like tear gas. And I swear, black, you try to batter me, you won't last. I turn your ass into the artist formerly known as gay ass bag, blow you to ashes with my tactics, strip you naked and make you hug a cactus, you bastards. From the How Can I Be Down conference to the Gavin, whack MCs get slapped in their faces for rapping. For absolutely no rhyme or reason I start beefing, spitting words that you faster than Puerto Rican speaking. The keys for me to make an example out of somebody you respect, and that'll discourage you from trying to test. Whoever ain't nice enough to rhyme with me should surrender their soul and combine with me, or die violently. I'm trying to be a millionaire before the year's up, hungry like a dog with his ears up. This little nigga with heart from North Newark. The only thing faster than the speed of light is the speed of dog. With the jaws of a great white shark, I rip you apart. My state-of-the-art lyrical laces is razor sharp. Splattered the brain matter of my enemies with the same bullet trajectory to murder John Kennedy in the back of the cranial.
Welcome to the Aboriginal Sports Network.
90 minutes of heat, 90 minutes of lyrics and beats, 90 minutes on these bricks.
All right. Appreciate y'all tapping in with your boy Unpopular Opinion Sportsman and the Aboriginal Sports Network. We are starting to wind down on your free agency preview live stream for the day as the news is starting to calm down just a tad. I'm sure we'll see some signings a little bit later on today and through the night. I'll try to break any breaking news that I can. It'll probably be via a short on my channel. So stay tuned for that. You got to follow me on Unpopular Opinion Sports. And like I said, we will give you another live stream tomorrow with me and Big Pat. So stay tuned for that. Don't see anything else from Schefter. Last thing was the Tua news. They're still floating the Brian Thomas trade rumors out there that could dictate a lot. So this could so let's hear what I'm gonna give y'all something real quick. Let's hear what Connor Hughes has to say on this Brian Thomas Jr. trade thing. Let's take a listen here. Make sure y'all can see I got my screen up. All right, cool. All right, make sure everything's
pass catching. Well, after Alec Pierce returned to the Colts on a massive contract, paying him $27 million a year annually, there really wasn't a great pass catching alternative on the open market, but there could be one available another way via trade from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Multiple sources telling SNY that Jacksonville is entertaining offers for Brian Thomas, their playmaking third-year wideout, who they drafted in the first round just a couple years ago. Now, Thomas's career is a little unique because a season ago, he never really meshed with Liam Cohen. Seemed like he never had great chemistry with Trevor Lawrence. But the year before that, he was elite. Almost 1,300 yards receiving, 10 touchdowns, playing most of the year with Mac Jones. He looked like the next great pass catcher in the NFL until things kind of fell apart in year two. The Jets and Giants, I know, both actually called the Jaguars at the deadline last year, seeing they couldn't take Thomas away from them. But the Jaguars really weren't entertaining any offers. In fact, any talks for Thomas were completely and totally rebuffed. This offseason, that stance has changed. It's not about being completely and totally blown away. In fact, multiple sources I talked to believe that something ultimately could get done for a price that is a bit more reasonable. It's absolutely something worth monitoring.
Okay, so we got that news there of the Jaguars shopping Brian Thomas Jr. So that is something we definitely going to keep our eyes on, Giants and Jets fans. Brian Thomas Jr. is on the market. Jets and Giants tried to trade for him last year. So we're going to be keeping our eye on that moving forward. We're also going to be keeping our eye on Jermaine Illuminor. Jermaine Illuminor has not signed with anyone yet. Expectation is that the Giants are going to get a deal done, but nothing has been done yet. No news on that front. And I've been monitoring this thing like a hawk. So no news on Jermaine Illuminor front. No news as of yet on the Elijah Vera Tucker front. Of course, this affects the Giants and the Jets because former Jets player possibly going to the Giants, as the Giants are very, very interested in him per reports. So no news yet on that. No cornerback signed as of yet. Of course, we know they lost Cordell Flott to the Tennessee Titans. So you're still waiting on that news. Of course, Jamil Dean also off the market. Running back, I've been telling y'all, Giants ain't getting no running back news. Not a surprise to me. So Maybe some of y'all are surprised about the Kenneth Walker news, but doesn't surprise me. ETN got paid. Walker got paid. Algier got paid. Giants ain't paid none of them. They're not paying a running back. They bought back Blown Motor for a reason. What else? What else were we looking at? Linebacker. Of course, we got Tremaine Edmonds. Still expect the Giants to go out and get another linebacker, whether they bringing back McFadden or whether they are going to entertain Sonny Styles or somebody in the draft. They still need another linebacker. Probably a couple. So they could bring McFadden and draft Sonny Styles. So to pair with Tremaine Edmonds. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Like I said, waiting on the guard market, waiting on the linebacker market. I think those are the two most interesting for the Giants. And like I said before, I told Big Pat this, a couple other people. Don't expect the Giants to really go out in the free agent market and try to get a receiver. Their deal was to try to trade for a guy. I always had this suspicion that it's better just to trade for a receiver, and they might have one they can trade for if they get this Brian Thomas Jr. deal done. If they can get him from the Jaguars for a reasonable price, as Mr. Connor Hughes was reporting to us here just a minute ago. So look out for that. The Giants are in the market to trade for a wide receiver. I was telling y'all that. That's how they pair these receivers up a lot of times with these young quarterbacks. Sometimes there's not enough available in free agency. And a lot of times you just don't want to pay that price. So you rather give up a draft pick, get a guy that's on a rookie deal, then figure out whether you're going to pay him or not later on. Makes sense to me. So yeah, why not go get Brian Thomas Jr., pair him with his college teammate Malik Neighbors. That will work wonders for the Giants offense. And you got Likely, and you got Theo Johnson, and you got Scatbo, Tyrone Tracy in the backfield. You know, they bring back Manhurts. They let Bellinger walk. Well, he walked to Tennessee like everybody else did. Good luck down there. Met's trying to correct me on my geographic. I know it's up and down, bro. Appreciate you though. But yeah, so that's what's going on here with the Giants. We're gonna give another check here before I wrap this up. I don't want to just be on here just to be on here. I want to give y'all news. We've been pretty consistent though for 3 straight hours, man. So yeah, I held y'all out. 3 straight hours. I've been banging out breaking news. So again, the news is starting to slow down. So we're going to give another peek or two, because I'd hate to shut this down and then they fucking sign somebody. That's going to piss me off. All right. Commanders making moves now. So Commanders are very heavy in free agency, as we knew they would be. So Commanders re-signing Laramie Tunsil. Re-signing Laramie Tunsil, which they needed to do. Just like we need to re-sign Jermaine Illuminor. You can't let tackles walk out the door. You can't do it. You can't do it. I don't really got no worries. I think they're going to bring him back. And if they don't bring him back, hello, Francis Mariaga from Miami, because you're going to have to fill that spot. Because ain't nobody else out there better than Jermaine Illuminor on the free agent market as far as tackles are concerned. That's why he wanted to test free agency. He's going to have a lot of suitors. Commanders bring back their tackle, 2 years, $60 million. Yeah. That's left tackle money. Laramie Tunsil, $30 million a year. Don't expect Jermaine Illuminor to get that, but there could be a hang-up. Especially when you see a deal like this. But he ain't better than Laramie Tunsil, and that's left tackle, but right tackles get paid good money too. I don't know. I'm going to tell you this, though. I'd rather give a tackle $30 million a year than a fucking center. So, all y'all that was on that Linderbaum train, look, I like Linderbaum too. You know, I think he's a great center. And I thought he would have been an excellent addition for the New York Giants, especially coming in here with John Harbaugh. But you can't give that money to a center when you need tackles. Blind side is the blind side. So, Commanders get their guy. Or re-sign their guy. Chiefs get Kenneth Walker, Travis Kelce. So, you know, they trying to keep their ship afloat over there. Any other news to report on? Give it one more stab at it. All right. Let's see. Okay. Commanders are signing Tim Settle to a 3-year deal. So Commanders active. They bring back Tim Settle, bring back Laramie Tunsil. So yeah. All right, yeah. So that's probably gonna do it for me for now, guys. So we at 5:03, and not a lot popping off right now. On the free agent train, kind of slowing down right now. Of course, I told you, pay got paid. You know what I'm saying? Gave you the Laramie Tunsil news. Nothing else concerning the Giants, nothing else concerning the Jets outside of rumors concerning Brian Thomas Jr. That's something I will definitely be monitoring. And look, I ain't afraid to fire up a live stream. I'm getting back into my live stream mode. People that have been following me for years know how I do on these live streams. I keep them popping. I'm active. I'm in the chat. So y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for your boy. Tap in. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody do this. I think the only person on a stream like this is Bobby Skinner and them, which they get paid to do this. I don't get paid nothing. I'm doing this for the shits and giggles because I love y'all and I love sports and the New York Giants. So, Mets giving us some news. Appreciate you, Brody. Missed that one, so good job. Arizona signing CJ Gardner-Minshew. Is it Gardner-Minshew or is it? You got me fucked up with that one. CJ Gardner-Minshew. Is it CJ Gardner-Johnson or is it Gardner-Minshew? Which one is it, Mets? Who the fuck is CJ Gardner-Minshew? I don't know. Somebody named CJ Gardner-Minshew got signed by the Cardinals. So we will figure that one out once Mets lets us know who the hell that is. All right, man. Let me swing it through the block one more time. Gardner Minshew. Yeah, okay. I thought it was Gardner Minshew. I don't know where he got that CJ from. But Gardner Minshew going to the Cardinals, and it says Jacoby Brissett will actually be the Cardinals starting quarterback. So the Cardinals said, bye-bye, Kyler. We're going to give you Jacoby. Jacoby Brissett set to start for the Arizona Cardinals. Gardner Minshew will be the backup. I think that's what my man Mets was trying to say in the chat. Signed for a 1-year, $8 million deal. Okay. So, I guess they ain't getting no quarterback. New York Jets. Like, here's my thing with the Jets, y'all, before I wrap this up. I don't, I'm not a Jets fan. We do Heart of the City, so we do cover the Jets. And, if I'm a Jets fan, or if I'm cosplaying as a Jets fan, whichever you want to do it, or if you care about the Jets, and I do, in a sense, because I don't want to see Aaron Glenn get a raw deal. I really don't. I think he's getting a lot of heat for being himself, and a lot of us, especially people that look like me, get a lot of heat just for being themselves. You know what I'm saying? So again, I hope he doesn't fail New York. He's building the Jets a defense. They gotta get something on offense. Aaron, bring in Kyler, bring in somebody. You already lost out on Malik Willis, who was my number one fit for you guys. Kyler Murray wouldn't be the worst thing. But if you sign Geno Smith, you're gonna get the same thing, but worse you got the first time you brought this dude in there. I don't believe in that. No, don't sign Geno Smith. And Geno's cool. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a decent quarterback. But man, he looked like ass with the Raiders. Why? Because they ain't have shit around him. And the Jets ain't gonna have nothing around him. So what you think he gonna look like? Ass. He looked good with Seattle because they put talent around him. Dude had DK Metcalf and Jackson Smith and Jigba to throw to. What the hell? Yeah. And you handing the ball off to Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet. Yeah, he gonna do good. What are you gonna do with the Jets? You got Garrett Wilson. But God, what else? And then you got to think about if you lose if you lose Vera Tucker, if he go to the Giants, you got to deal with that. You already lost one guy on the offensive line. The Vikings are going after Kyler Murray. But that shouldn't stop the Jets from doing it either. They got bread. Pay him. Just give him his bread. Give him a 2-year deal. Get your quarterback in there next year, and then you can bounce. You can get up off of get up off that deal. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. Go out and get somebody. They talking about bringing in Carson Wentz. Come on, bro. You ain't gonna save your job. He gonna get you fired. I mean, you want to go to Kirk Cousins route? You want to go to you already went to Aaron Rodgers route. He ain't coming back, so that's it. You down to Carson Wentz, Kirk Cousins, or Geno Smith. Not great options. I like the Kyler Murray option a lot better if I'm the Jets, but I ain't the Jets, and I'm not even a Jets fan. I root for the Giants, so I'm trying to help them out, though. All right, y'all. I'm going to wrap this up. There ain't much else coming out. Lost something just broke. Yeah, it did. So Buffalo Bills signing D. Alfred. Oh, we got some Giants breaking news. Jermaine Illuminor. That's what I was waiting for. Y'all see how I fucking did this shit? Y'all see how I fucking did this shit, man? If y'all watching, y'all gotta appreciate this type of boom! I told y'all I was gonna stay here till I gave y'all the fucking big one. Jermaine Illuminor has re-signed with the New York Giants, 3 years, $39 million. That is a fucking phenomenal deal. $13 million a year for a starting right tackle. Y'all wanted to give Lindenbaum $27 million, you son of a biscuit eaters. Yo! This is from Shefty, so this legit. Yeah, we got him, Darnell. Yeah, let's go. Finally. So I've been telling y'all all afternoon not to worry. This deal was going to get done. And they got a deal. Look at what he got compared to what Tyler Lindenbaum's AAV is almost what Jermaine Illuminor's whole contract is. He got $40 million. Tyler Lindenbaum damn near got 30 on AAV. For a starting right tackle, $26 million guaranteed. Smart move. Smart money. You play the smart game. You play smart money. So now, all that money you was going to tie up in the Kenneth Walkers and Tyler Lindenbaums and the Cordell Flotts and Jamel Deans, they got Jermaine Illuminor, Isaiah Likely, a Pro Bowl punter, and Tremaine Edmonds. That's cooking. That's cooking. Thank you, Darnell. Be fair. It's Joe Shane, because you can't have it both ways. See, my man get it. My man Darnell get it. You can't have it both ways. You can't scapegoat the fucking dude 1 second and then say he don't got nothing to do with the moves that's happening right now. Joe Shane is the type of general manager, that's why he's employed by the Giants, that is he knows how to bargain. He's a bargainer. He knows how to bargain. If you watch him negotiate with the in the Hard Knocks series, he's a bargainer. He knows how to bargain. He knows how to get deals. He knows how to negotiate. That's why you get phenomenal deals for good players. Why do you think they trying to redo Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns and Andrew Thomas deals? Because they're being underpaid based on the market, because Joe Shane got the deal, the fairest and best deal for them when they could have overpaid, right? So you getting a starting right tackle for $13 million. These motherfuckers wanted to pay Kenneth Walker more than Jermaine Illuminor. Kenneth Walker's excellent. Love the name, by the way. But nah, man. Not worth no right tackle money. Come on, bro. Hi. This is a fucking phenomenal deal, bro. Jermaine Illuminor is the best right tackle on the market in free agency. You got her for 13. This can't be real. I'm really surprised. That's crazy. He must really fucking love the Giants, bro. I'm sure you could have got 15, 16 somewhere. But go Giants. I mean, shit. What you gonna say? Welcome back, light-skinned Jermaine. That's fucking phenomenal, y'all. That is fucking phenomenal. So, Joe Shane brings back light-skinned Jermaine, and now the Giants are absolutely cooking. The only thing they need now is guard. Yeah. Go get a guard. I'm good money. I ain't even worried about the corner. They'll figure corner out. Draft a corner. Go get a guard. Fuck it, get two of them. Why not? Go get two guards. You ain't worried about running back. If you could pull off the Brian Thomas Jr. trade. Yeah, exactly, Neymar. If they can pull off the Brian Thomas Jr. trade, we good. They're going to get a receiver, though. They're going to get a second receiver. Don't worry about that because, first of all, they want to trade for a guy. I think that's what they're trying to do. They want to trade for a guy that's already on somebody's roster that they don't have to pay a whole bunch of money to. That's what they're trying to do. So there's a bunch of guys out there that's disgruntled. You know you ain't getting A.J. Brown. The Eagles will never do that. And the Giants ain't paying 2 first-round picks for him. I don't think they're in on Brandon Ayuk or anybody like that. Possible trade options. I guess you're not really in on the older guys like Evans, Tyreek Hill, Keenan Allen. So it looks like they're somewhere in the middle. It looks like they want a younger guy to pair with Malik Neighbors, but they're trying to get him via trade so they can they'll have that control of the contract. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want to, you see what I'm saying? So you'll have control of the contract and then you can work that out based on what you want to do, you know what I'm saying, with the rest of your free agent money. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to hold on to the free agent money. Let's see if we can go get another weapon for Jackson Dart via trade and then fill the rest of our roster out with some of the free agents that we targeted. Because I don't think there's a real legit dude that they want out there. I think they would have did Mike Evans, but $20 million a year, you're not going to do that. You want something a lot less, because you're paying for a number 2 receiver. Malik Neighbors is that dude. We might have forgot because we ain't seen him play for most of last year, but he is the number 1 receiver. The Giants already have a number 1 receiver. They need a number 2. You don't break the bank for a number 2 receiver when you still got to pay your number 1 receiver down the line at some point. So, yeah, there's a good chance that if they don't go and get somebody like Brian Thomas Jr., they missed on Pittman. We'll see if they got anybody else floating out there. But if they don't do that, then I would say wide receiver at 5 is a possibility. be honest with you. Because the Giants want a cheaper player, I think, and they want control over that contract. You see what I'm saying? So if you get a Brian Thomas Jr., right? You see what I'm saying? He's still young. Him and Neighbors came in the same year, so those guys will be coming up for the contract at the same time. And you can get them both on a fifth-year option. So you can get Thomas and Neighbors on a fifth-year option if you do that. And then you can decide if you want to pay them one, pay them both, or pay neither. It's up to you. But you have control over that contract so you can still get these guys in the building and try to win something while you got them here. Now, it's the same scenario here that if you can't make a trade, you can draft a rookie and you still got that rookie on that contract, that rookie contract to see, you know what I'm saying, to try to win with him and Neighbors and how you want to do it. But I think they want more of a veteran. It's good to have a veteran or somebody that has experience in the league already that can come in from the jump, because you may need that receiver to play a big role at the beginning of the season if Neighbors isn't ready. So Brian Thomas would be the perfect person to do that. You know, he was a one before over there in Jacksonville. So you know that he can be a top receiver, and you can put him in Neighbors. Then when Neighbors comes back, yeah, they're gonna be 1A, 1B. You know what I'm saying? So like, you cooking. I'm shocked. That is a shock to me that the Giants are in on a trade for Brian Thomas Jr. That's about the most shocking thing that I personally wasn't aware of. Everything else is coming out right now, pretty much knew was going to go down. I told you about Lindenbaum, told you about Kenneth Walker, told you wasn't getting none of them cats. We all knew Jermaine Illuminor was more than likely going to resign. Everybody knew likely connected to the Giants was obvious given the Harbaugh situation. Wasn't surprised that Flott and then Wan'Dale Robinson walked. We pretty much knew that was going to happen. Didn't really have an itch on Bellinger. Figured he wasn't going to be back either. They signed a punter, which Gillen need to be gone. He was awful. And Tremaine Edmonds. We knew they was trying to trade for Tremaine Edmonds. So obviously, you know, him getting released and being a free agent made it a lot easier for the Giants to get a deal done. So nothing shocking to me so far outside of them wanting to trade for Brian Thomas Jr. They're in the trade market for a wide receiver, y'all. They already showed you that, you know, tried to get Pittman and tried to get, now they're trying to get Brian Thomas Jr. So we'll see. But you got light-skinned Jermaine back, so that is pretty cool. I like this cat. I think he's a excellent right tackle. He loves New York, and I like players that want to play here. I really do. I like players that want to be here, players that aren't stuck up. You know what I'm saying? They interact with the fans. You know, they have a light-hearted, light sense of humor. The guy works hard. He plays hard. He's a stand-up guy. He takes up for his players. Jermaine Illuminor is a good dude, good locker room dude. Giants needed this. By far the best free agent signing they've done today. Even given Likely and Edmonds, I still think this is was the top priority. You cannot let good tackles walk out the door. You just can't. So the Giants got that taken care of. So now you want to get Jackson Dart some weapons. So you turning the attention to the wide receiver trade market. If they can't, doesn't look like they're in on the free agent guys. So here are the signings so far. You guys that like to follow the money, y'all can see the deals that they got. Likely deal was 3 years, 40 million. The punter got 3 years, 12 million. Tremaine Edmonds got 3 years, 36 million, and Jermaine Illuminor got 3 years, $39 million. So again, that money, all that shit was gonna go to Tyler Lindenbaum if it was up to the Giants fans. That's why y'all on GM. That's why they got Joe Shame, y'all call him, doing the math out there. Motherfucker know what he doing. Y'all just magazine. Got your favorite player on the team. Giants gonna be solid though, man. I'm liking this free agency approach so far. So we got the Jermaine Illuminor domino finally drop. I'll check in on the guard market before I get out of here. Some players, yeah, Jermaine Illuminor. I think he is one of those players that will be a Giant for life. I think I said that earlier. He feels like somebody that's going to be here till he retires. He feels kind of like a Kareem McKenzie type of player. Yeah, man. Shout out to Jermaine Illuminor. And good for him getting his money. He deserved to get paid. So all right, yep. So we broke that news for y'all. Jermaine Illuminor back with the New York Giants. 3 years, $39 million deal. Yeah. So, and as for the Jets, so this is what the Jets got. Jets got Micah Fitzpatrick, Joseph Osai, Kingsley Enagbare, and Demario Davis. So the Jets loading up on defense, getting 2 edge rushers and a safety. And the New York Giants leaning more towards the offensive end with likely Jermaine Illuminor and a punter. Also, Tremaine Edmonds in there. I do expect them to be more aggressive on the offensive side of the ball. I kind of figured that would be the strategy. You try to build, you're going to get some veterans to infuse on your young offense because your offense is young. So you get some veterans on that side of the ball. On defense, when you got a little more veterans, you can afford to put in some rookies like a Caleb Downs, maybe like a Sonny Styles, maybe. So I look for the Giants to do that. They'll continue to add veterans to this defense and offense, but I think they're going to lean more defense in the draft, and they're going to try to fix a lot of their offensive issues in free agency. So look out for guard, look out for wide receiver. We've already been reporting on Brian Thomas Jr. We're looking for Elijah Vera Tucker to drop. We're also looking for guys like Wyatt Taylor, Siamalu, Biatino. So it's a couple other guys out there on the guard market. You got your tight end. So receiver, couple guards, what I'll be looking for the New York Giants in free agency, and a corner on defense. Maybe they probably need another veteran corner. But I think they're going to fill a lot of their needs on defense in the draft. I just got a hunch. Starting with that 5th pick, it's going to be a defensive player more than likely. Now that you've seen Jermaine Illuminor get signed, they're going to sign a couple guards. Ain't going to be no need to take no tackle or nothing like that at 5. But you still can add a linebacker. Even though you got Edmonds, you can still add a corner, even because you ain't really got one right now but a Debo. And you'll still be able to add a safety despite having Holland. I don't think they're big on Nubin. And you can also always add a defensive tackle as well. So look for the Giants to do a lot of their work in the draft on defense. As for the Jets, I think it's going to be the opposite approach. You're already seeing it right now. Jets adding a lot of players on defense in their free agency so far. So I would look for the Jets to lean offense in the draft. You know, they're going to need another receiver. You know, they're in on Brian Thomas Jr. as well. They're going to need they're probably going to need to add a lineman, especially if you lose Vera Tucker. I think they're good on tight end, but you definitely need a receiver. You definitely need linemen, and you definitely need a quarterback. So look for the Jets to attack more on the offensive side of the ball in the draft. So we're going to be doing another mock draft coming up here on the Aboriginal Sports Network at on Thursday, I believe it is. Coach Ed has it set up. Yeah, man. What's good, Vinny? What's good, man? What's good with you, bro? I just gave you the rundown, man. Yeah, I've been we live, man. It's been a minute. Glad to see you good. Glad to see you back in the chat. You know, it's that time. It's Christmas time for Giants fans, you know, because we get to open all these, or what they say, presents is like getting a present, you know, getting a new player, getting, you know, some new enthusiasm for your team. So that was the Jets. I'll run through the Giants real quick for my man Vinny. Vinny, the Giants have signed Isaiah Likely. They got Jordan Stout. They got Tremaine Edmonds. And they just re-signed Jermaine Illuminor. All these guys coming on 3-year deals. And all of them on reasonable 3-year deals, I may say. So Likely gets 3 years for $40 million. Stout, the punter, gets 3 years, $12 million. A little high for a punter. Yeah, I think that broke like a record or some shit. But Tremaine Edmonds, 3 years, $36 million, and a Jermaine Illuminor, 3 years, $39 million. So, yeah, I think they did kill it. And they're gonna kill it again tomorrow. I hope so. Bring in that guard. Get that guard for your boy. Go get a receiver for Jackson Dart. Hopefully you can pull that Brian Thomas trade off and get that shit done. And yeah, you looking like a playoff team all of a sudden so far. So, all right, Giants fans. All right, Jets fans. All right, NFL fans. This has been your boy Unpopular Opinion Sports with your free agent preview or live stream or premiere. How do you call it? Like a, I don't know. Whatever. But again, I'll be back tomorrow. Y'all keep it locked on my channel. If I see anything breaking for the Giants or Jets, I'll try to throw up a quick short. If not, we'll hit you up tomorrow. Me and Big Pat Sports Talk will be here for all your free agent news and notes. Talking Giants, talking Jets, talking New York football, talking NFL football, talking NFL 2026 free agency. All right, y'all. Until next time, I'm about this joint. Y'all know what it is. Holla, deuces.